For the love of the game. That's what it's all about, they say. But for those of us who are Division III student athletes, it's more than that, a lot more.
Sure, the game is important, but as we work so hard to build both mind and body, it's more about team and the schools and communities we represent.
And for the many of us blessed with the strength to compete in sport at the college level, we understand that, with what we were given, comes a special obligation.
An obligation not merely to work towards a personal best in the classroom or in the sport we love, but rather an obligation to help those who have their own special needs and whose love for the game is no less intense.
That is why NCAA Division III teamed up with Special Olympics. For Special Olympics athletes, victory belongs not only to those who first cross the line, but to all of those who compete and endure.
They are challenged in ways we cannot imagine. They are survivors who test themselves harder and with greater joy than we will ever know.
Since August of 2011, we and others from Division III campus communities have volunteered more than 250,000 hours, time away from the classroom and practice field, reaching across the country to coach and mentor Special Olympics athletes.
And to learn, as we all do, that in giving we receive so much more in return.
Sport ennobles us, and in giving the gift of sport to those for whom it seemed an impossible dream, we are working to make this a better world.
Help us keep that dream alive.
Be part of it.
Get involved.
You can make a difference.
First round of the 2023 NCAA playoffs between two teams looking for redemption after early first-round exit from last year. It's the 10th-ranked Wheaton Thunder from the CCIW hosting the Mount St. Joseph Lions from the HCAC. Hello from up top alongside Tim March. I'm Aiden Kong. It's finally playoff football. Both of these teams have worked so hard to get to this moment. However, from here, there is no such thing as next week unless you win here.
That's right. Playoff football, it just hits different. We got a beautiful, beautiful day. You cannot ask for better weather for a playoff football game.
Now let's preview the Wheaton offense, of course, led by Giovanni Weeks, the fifth-year senior at Kent City, Michigan. I mean, look at the season stats. 201 carries, 1,318 yards, 16 rushing touchdowns, add the 4 receiving touchdowns, so 20 total touchdowns on the season. What a career it's been for him.
It's been unbelievable, and he really is the workhorse of this offense. It's kind of been as he goes, Wheaton goes a little bit. You know, he's the guy that you got to get going, and but he loves it. You know, he's that guy that wants to get 30 carries a game, you know, 150, 200 yards. He's got all the records. He's the guy you want to ride this time of year.
And meanwhile, for Ben Thorson, the quarterback, a lot of question marks surrounding him, trying to replace Will Bowers, but end up becoming a really good season. 30 touchdown passes, no turnovers whatsoever, and a lot of receivers to throw to. Of course, the junior wide receiver Ben Bonga, as well as Seth Corton, of an all first-team All-CCIW selections.
Yeah, Ben's had a great season. If you would have told me he would have 30 touchdowns and 0 interceptions, I wouldn't have believed you, but he's been protected the football. We've seen a little bit less explosive plays out of this Wheaton offense than in years past. It's really been a controlled passing game, but Ben has done a great job leading this offense all season long.
And meanwhile, let's preview the Wheaton defense. Of course, Coach Nightingale, really good defensive coordinator out of the CCIW. His unit has been really good. Other than that North Central game, they have really rebounded quite well.
Yeah, I mean, who hasn't had a rough day against North Central this year? But, yeah, I think the keys to the game, I think, for Wheaton is really on the defensive side of the ball, where they have had trouble stopping the run this year compared to years past. Usually it's 1-2 with North Central stopping the run in conference. This year they're kind of in the middle of the pack, so they've really struggled a bit with their run fits and just getting off the field a little bit on third down, but I got confidence that they're going to turn it on today.
And meanwhile, this Thunder's defense will go up against one of the best offenses in Division III, led by quarterback Josh Taylor, who has 45 passing touchdowns, tied for second most in Division III, alongside Aaron Syverson of St. John, an offense that has averaged 57.5 points per game, 565 yards per game, both of those third in the country.
Yeah, I mean, it's video game numbers for this Mount St. Joe's offense. They've done a great job. Quarterback's the Conference Player of the Year, two-time Conference Player of the Year. He's a senior. He's been around a long time. He does a good job getting the ball out quick. They also move him around outside the pocket. He'll take some deep shots. I mean, they got playmakers all over the place on offense.
And meanwhile, this Mount St. Joseph defense, not necessarily known for being a shutdown defense, but being well known for getting a lot of takeaways this season.
Yeah, I mean, they've got 3 all-conference players in their secondary, so, they got some ball hawks back there. I think the key for Wheaton will be to make them get out of what they like to do. Just watching some tape on them this week, they're pretty light in the box, and I'm not sure that's going to work well against a Wheaton team that really wants to pound the rock at you. So hopefully we can get a 7th and 8th guy in the box, make them a little bit more one-dimensional trying to stop the run.
As we said before, the Thunder looking for redemption after last year's playoff exit to Bethel in the first round, which happened last year. The same thing for Mount St. Joseph. They also lost in the first round last year to Alma. So what do both teams want to do to establish their aggressiveness? Yeah,
so one thing that's very different about the first week of the playoffs is you don't see these guys very often. Last time Wheaton played Mount St. Joe's was 2006. So you have a little bit of unfamiliarity with the team that you're playing, so you want to establish your will. You want to do what you do well. So if that's running the football for Wheaton, or if that's getting the ball out quick if you're Mount St. Joe's and getting points, you want to just see if the other team can stop your best pitch, right? So we'd like to see Wheaton come out fast. These are games where you finally got to the playoffs. This is the time to shine. You've been training for 12 months for this game, so you want to come out fast. I fully believe that Jesse's got these guys ready to roll.
And the winner of this matchup will take on the winner of UW-Whitewater and Bethel, of course, one of 16 first-round matchups this Saturday. We're about 20 seconds away from the national anthem. A very solid attendance here for first round of playoff action here at McCauley Stadium.
For the singing of the national anthem by Karis Cummings, a vocal performance major here at Wheaton College from Wyoming, Michigan.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Here's Cummings, who sang the national anthem. And Tim, you had the opportunity to play in the playoffs while you were a Wheaton Thunder. What is sort of the expectations and the thought process going into each playoff game?
Yeah, expectations that you're practicing all week for this game, but you really aren't thinking about, if I lose this game, season's over, maybe even career's over. You're really just thinking about doing your job, making that play, and getting on to the next week. So, and to be honest, when you're hosting a playoff game, you're hosting because you're supposed to be the better team. At least that's the way that we always looked at it. So, you want to come out here, play your best football, and hope that that's enough to get by to next week. And we were talking a little bit how Ben Thorsing has not turned the ball over.
Gentlemen, shake hands.
This offense in general only has 5 turnovers. Meanwhile, Mount St. Joseph,
congratulations on leading your teams to the playoffs.
They have forced
your coin
20.
Today is a head. That's a tail.
We got the live coin
Mount
flip
St.
here.
Joseph, you're the visitors. What is your call? Call is heads. It is a tail. You've won the toss. Wheaton has won the toss. They will defer their choice to the second half. You want the ball? Which way would you like to kick? Turn your back to that goal line. Mount St. Joseph will receive the opening kickoff. Gentlemen, shake hands. Good luck.
Yeah, Aiden, those turnovers play such a big part of playoff football. If you remember last year, Wheaton really felt like they had the momentum in that Bethel game, and an uncharacteristic interception by Bauer led to a pick six for a touchdown, really changed the way that game was played. So yeah, Wheaton's done a great job of protecting the football. When you got a fifth-year back who is used to carrying the football and a quarterback who takes care of it, that leads to pretty good things. I'd like to see the Wheaton defense take advantage of those Mount St. Joe's turnovers. We've been a little bit less explosive on offense, and we've had fewer takeaways on defense as well.
And Mount St. Joseph, despite their explosive offense, they do have 12 turnovers, and they have turned the ball in every game except their first game against Baldwin Walls and their last game against Rose Hoffman. Again, they finished 9-1, 7-0 in the HCAC. Meanwhile, for the Thunder, entering this game also 9-1, 8-1 in conference play, clinching one of those 4 at-large bids, along with UW-Whitewater, Union, and Co.
Yeah, I think Wheaton's played solid football. I think that their best football is in front of them. I think last week was a little bit. It was surprising how long North Park hung around, even though that's the best North Park team they've had in literally decades. But it's that was a game well into the second half. So I would love to see Wheaton focus, put 4 quarters of football together. It's always fun looking down here in the stands. You got a bunch of guys without shirts on. In the playoffs, you only get to dress 58 guys. So these home games, you got a lot of players who don't get the chance to be on the sidelines, but they're here without shirts on, cheering on their team. Love the spirit.
Well, it is 50 degrees, winds west-southwest at 13 miles per hour. You say you biked here to McCauley Stadium, and indeed it is beautiful weather. We had a little bit of a tailgate going on at BGH. Could have not asked for a better day for some football. First round action here from the NCAA postseason. The road to the Stag Bowl. It'll be Josh Winnett to send it away for the Thunder. As you've heard, the Thunder will defer to the second half, so that means we will see this high-powered Mount St. Joseph offense take the field, and quarterback Josh Taylor, what a season it has been for him. And let's roll from McCauley Stadium, and that one will go into the end zone for a touchback. And out comes this Mount St. Joseph offense.
Yeah, they've got some good size on the offensive line. They're athletic all over the place. Looks like number 2 for Mount St. Joe's, real slippery wide receiver, makes a lot of plays. Joey Newton, all-conference player. Tough task for the Wheaton defense today.
And Joey Newton, 789 yards, 13 touchdowns, leading the team with 149 catches. First down and 10 from their own 25 now. And they'll first start on the ground game right up the middle. And the Thunder defense holding strong up to the 25-yard line.
Great play by the Wheaton defense to start. You're going to see a lot of this from Mount St. Joe's. A lot of 3 receiver, 1 running back, mix in a tight end, sometimes a 4th wide receiver. Up tempo, get plays called, see what the defense is lined up in. They've got the experience to diagnose what's in front of them.
Ryan McKenzie officially a gain of 1. 726 yards, 6 rushing touchdowns from McKenzie in the regular season. Second down and 9. Here is Taylor looking right. That pass is going to be caught. And a couple of yards shy, it's Caden Pollard who comes up with the grab.
Nice job right there by Mount St. Joe's, get the ball out. You saw, they moved the running back from the left side of the field in an empty formation all the way to the right side. Figured out they were zone, made the easy play to the...
And that pass is going to be, looks like it's a catch. The grab is going to be made. Gary Powell, the tight end.
So far we're seeing just some quick game out of Mount St. Joe's. That's basically a run play right there. Just get a guy out in the hook curl zone. Wheaton's playing zone so far these first 3 plays. just taking what the defense gives them.
Gain of 3 on first down, second down, and 7 now from their own 38. And they'll stay on the ground game. And look at this, a big hole and into Thunder territory and still going. McKenzie down the sideline, stays on his feet, and he will score for the touchdown. What a start for the Lions.
Yeah, it's a great play. They just ran a power back to the to the weak side here, and Wheaton was blitzing right into the hole, but the linebacker filling over the top could not make the play, and that's a touchdown.
Mariano McKenzie, his 7th rushing touchdown of the season. And if you're Mount St. Joseph, exactly the start you want. Mikhail Farzing for the extra point.
It's tough when you blitz right at the play and you miss. Now you've got guys coming from bad angles trying to chase a guy down, and that's not a place you want to be.
Extra point is good, so the Lions against the 10th ranked Thunder up 7-0 early on here in the first quarter. So now if you're this Thunder's offense, you also look to respond. You also look to respond right back.
Everything's set up nicely for Wheaton here to start the game. You hate to give up a touchdown like that, but you win the toss, you defer, you get the win to start the game. And you'd love to knock Mount St. Joe's in the dirt to start, but you know you got the win here. It's important to come out strong as Wheaton offense. You hope we're a minute and a half into the game. It's not like Wheaton's going to get out of their game plan, but you hope you just kind of methodically move the ball down the field here if you're Wheaton. Maybe get a good return here to start.
And we know that this Thunder's offense, they can move the ball down the field. A top 20 offense led by Ben Thorson, Giovanni Weeks. In fact, the 10th best scoring offense, averaging 46.9 points per game. And a really balanced passing and rushing offense. They can really move the ball in different ways.
A couple of real strong kick returners here. Both, you got 2 starting wide receivers back there that are shifty, make guys miss. Love to see a nice return here to start the game.
Seth Gordon and Caleb Titherington back deep to receive for the Thunder. Gordon did have a punt return for a touchdown against Elmhurst, a 76-yard return. Oh. As far as in kicks it, that one is low, and it's going to be recovered inside the 20. And trying to get across near the 30.
Fumbled.
And oh, there's a fumble. Mount St. Joseph says they have it.
They do.
As this is still being sorted out by the referees, no signal yet. Indications that they do have it. And they do. Wow.
They haven't made a signal yet. They might have said as forward progress had stopped, but I'm not sure what they're going to call here.
Well, it looks like the Wheaton defense is out on the field right now, as Josh Taylor is also back out there.
Got it. Yep.
So, wow, what a huge play by the St. Joseph defense. Only 5 turnovers for the Thunder, and exactly what the Lions want.
Well, that's why if you're an up back, oftentimes you're told just to fall on the football or find a returner to get the ball to. You generally aren't the guy. There's a reason you're not the kick returner.
So they start from their own 31-yard line, a grand opportunity to go up 2 scores and put the Thunder under pressure.
That's right.
And here is Taylor, only a 4-man rush. Josh Taylor rifles it over the middle. That pass incomplete, but there is a flag. It was intended for Joey Newton, and it should move the chains.
Yeah, just a little bit early. That ball wasn't going to be caught, but just a little bit early.
Pass interference. Defense, number 14. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
It goes against the senior out of Franklin, Tennessee, Clay Campbell. And so now it will move the ball all the way to the 16-yard line of Wheaton. And if you're Coach Scott and you're Coach Nightingale, I bet you're just hoping to just allow a field goal and just get off the field.
Yeah, I think you got to get a stop here. It's been pretty vanilla so far for this Wheaton defense. They're just saying, hey, we got 4 guys up front. We can beat your 5 or 6.
So from the 16-yard line, and they will look to throw. Here's Taylor over the middle. That
Great
pass
play.
is going to be incomplete. As you had Max Wilson, the first-team All-CCIW corner there to deter that one away.
Yeah, Max is one player that he's had a great Wheaton career. He's a player that's gotten better with each season, and you know he challenges himself every week in practice. You know, he's been going up against great wide receivers all year. That was a nice job, Nick, getting beat inside on the slant.
Second down and 10. It'll be a handoff to Guilford right down the sideline, and he goes out of bounds.
Nice job by Mount St. Joseph to seal the edge, get to the outside, pick up solid gain. You know, tough to think they would go for it here on fourth if it does get the fourth down, but nice play on second down to make it third manageable. This is a situation where you usually see CJ dial up a blitz trying to get the ball out quick, but it doesn't look like they're coming right now.
It is third down and 6 from the 12. If they can't get anything right here, it would be about a 29-yard field goal, which is within Farzing's range.
You got single coverage to the top.
They're
going at it.
Here is Taylor trying to take advantage of that single coverage to the end zone, and it is caught for the touchdown.
Great throw, great catch. I mean, that's not bad coverage. It's just a back shoulder fade. Not really a fade, just kind of really gunned it in there. But nice job by Josh Taylor to find the single coverage and go right at it.
It's Cornell Beecham with his 13th touchdown of the season. And if you want to include his rushing stats, his 14th total touchdown. So how about this start for the Lions?
Couldn't ask for anything better.
Indeed, as the extra point is good, 14-0 against the hometown Wheaton Thunder, number 10 in the country.
Yeah, I wouldn't have pegged Wheaton as a 14-point favorite in this game anyway, so it's tough when you're down 14 before you've run an offensive play.
And we knew that Mount St. Joseph offense would be really good. Of course, Josh Taylor, 45 passing touchdowns, tied with Aaron Syverson of St. John for the second most touchdown. Then you would have to assume that for Taylor, he's going to be in contention at the end of the season for the Ghilardi Trophy, which is given to the best Division III football player based on the numbers that he's put up so far. I'm pretty sure if you are Coach Scott and one of the upmen were to get the ball, I bet Coach Scott is telling him, don't try to run it, just go down so we can give our offense a chance.
Well, he's not in. He's
man.
no longer in.
Wow. I mean, there is a reduced roster. You said about 58 players, and you can see, as you said, some of the players right there on the sideline, rather in the stands with their shirts off, who are not activated, have their numbers painted on their backs in 50-degree weather.
Here we go.
And this will be
Got a
returnable.
shot.
Is Caleb Titherington on the return, and he's still going. Titherington across the 40 before being upended around the 43-yard line. And now we'll finally see this Thunder's offense take the field.
Yeah, you can really see here on the. It's tough on the replay. They're tight on the returner, but from the moment it was kicked, you could really see that seam right up that near side hash. Nice job by Titherington to hit it. Get a positive return out to the 43-yard line.
So now Ben Thorson again, 30 passing touchdowns, 2,598 yards. Someone who's really good at taking care of the football, as he has no turnovers so far. And their first play will be a stretch run. It'll be Giovanni Weeks right down the sideline before going out of bounds right near midfield.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this Mount St. Joe's team hangs in there up front. Wheaton's got a fantastic offensive line, a lot of experience up there. If you notice the Mount St. Joe's D, it really looks like they've got 2 linebackers and 5 DBs in there. That works well if you can tackle, but you got to be able to defeat to win at the point of attack.
Gain of 5 on first down. Stay on the ground game with Giovanni Weeks once again, and he's right near the first down sticks.
Flag. Jeez. Got a holding. Not sure
Holding.
where.
Offense, number 69. 10 yards. Second down.
That was
Interesting.
Tim Duffy, our referee. It goes against Elijah Nist, the graduate right tackle out of Rockford, Illinois. So move the ball all the way back.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist, I promise you this, but Wheaton has been more penalized than their opponents for 8 straight years.
It's going to bring up second down and 12 from the 41. Still early in the first quarter, and they'll stay on the ground game, and Giovanni Weeks gets right near the 45-yard line. So now it brings up third down and about medium.
So this is exactly the formula that Mount St. Joe's want. They want to be able to play in that, 6-man front and play coverage behind it. Hopefully you make a mistake and you've got 3rd and long and they can sit in their shell and keep everything in front of them, and here it is. Wheaton's first drive of the game, it's 3rd and 8.
Brady Pierce was the one who made the tackle. Thunder 50% on 3rd down conversions on the season. Here is Thorson given time, fires down the sideline, and that pass, it looks like it's going to be a grab, and we'll see where they want to mark him, but based on where the referee is, they may give him the 1st down.
Great route, just get to, that's a stick route right there where you know that's a tough play in the corner. He doesn't have much help deep, so he's got to respect the deep route. And able to just break it off right at the sticks, pick up the 1st down. Nice first throw by Ben Thorson.
And a hook up there to Ben Bonga, who had 62 catches, 891 yards, 8 touchdowns on the year. The junior wide receiver out of Brentwood, Tennessee, making the play.
Jesse likes to take shots here. We'll see if this is a big play.
So now from the 46-yard line, here is Thorson. He does want to take that deep shot, fires downfield. The pass is going to be incomplete. No flag, and it brings up 2nd down.
Like if you're the color commentator up in the box and you say Jesse likes to take a deep shot there, I would imagine that the defensive coordinator also knows that.
It looks like the Lions defense and their secondary was prepared, as that pass was intended for Seth Kortenhoven. Of course, Thunders fans will remember he made that incredible Hail Mary grab, as the Thunderbackers will call it the Miracle at McCully.
Love that.
They'll stay on the passing game, and there is Seth Kortenhoven with the grab as he gets inside the 40 before being wrapped down by Brady Pierce.
It's one of the nice, he's been such a great addition to this offense. One thing, obviously he's a great route runner, has great hands, but he also has that yak ability, right? That yards after the catch. That was just a easy 4-yard completion. He ran through 2 guys to make it 3rd and manageable.
And those 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 yards after the grab can be big when it comes to making it on 3rd down and making it easier. So they now have 3rd down and 3, only need 3 yards. Kortenhoven in motion. On the Thunder's opening drive. Stay on the ground game. Giovanni Weeks just going to plow ahead for the 1st down.
That's a mean running right there. Nice job picking up the 1st down. I think Jesse probably thought he had 2 downs there anyways, so he's able to just be a little bit physical and see if they can pick it up, just running right up the middle on 3rd down. Get the 1st down, keep those chains moving.
Again, for Giovanni Weeks, back-to-back seasons over 1,000 yards. If you look at his career, 5,117 scrimmage yards entering this ball game, 65 career touchdowns, 54 on the ground game. Now from the 33-yard line, and they will hand it off once again. This time, not that much gain for Giovanni Weeks. A good play made there by Declan Barafi, the senior.
Yeah, nice job. Nice job by Mount St. Joseph to just kind of fall in there, make the play for a 1-yard gain. Not a lot of movement up front by this offensive line so far.
For Mount St. Joseph, fielding 19 all HCAC honorees. Obviously dominated their conference, went perfect to win their 2nd consecutive conference championship. 2nd down and 9. Here is Thorson throwing that pass in and out of the hands of Ben Juska, so bring up 3rd down and long.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, that was maybe a little bit high and outside, but, they're playing zone. Juska's the guy that's open. Got to get that head around a little bit quicker. You'd like to see that ball on between the 1 and the 8, but still you'd like to see your stud tight end make the play.
And given how you're at the 32-yard line and a field goal from here would be about 49 yards, I'm assuming for Coach Scott this is 4-down territory.
Going to have to hustle here, breaking the huddle on inside 15 seconds.
3rd down and 9 now.
Nice job by Ben to get him in formation.
5 on the play clock, and it'll be a draw up the middle. And Weeks gets across the 30. It'll bring up 4th down. And I'm assuming Coach Scott is going to go for it.
Yeah, I think so. I think he would have liked to get a little bit more. It was close. That play almost broke, but couldn't quite keep that block by Gabriel.
It was Jack Turner, one of those 19 all HCAC members, there to make the tackle. So it's officially 4th down and 6 for the Thunder. And the offense is still out there. Thunder 10 of 19 on 4th down conversions.
I think he's going to go to Bonga right here down on the
Bonga to the bottom of your screen, as you said. Play clock at 2. They do get it off. Here's Thorson looking his way, and the pass is going to be caught. First down. Bonga keeps the chains moving.
Ben Bonga is just a very precise route runner. So when you know you need 6 yards and you got a guy that's got very sure hands, runs great routes, and he's single coverage, I think Thorson saw that and said, that's my guy.
Second grab for Bonga on the game. A first down for the Thunder, and again, a lot of options for Ben Thorson to throw to. And you talked about Bonga, also Seth Kornhoven, who's been a great player, as well as Caleb Titherington, that number 3 option. Mount St. Joseph looks like they're showing some sort of corner blitz with Devin Donnerworth, and they will bring pressure, and it will be a handoff right up the middle. There goes Weeks. Oh, he gallops forward for the touchdown.
Fantastic job by... It looked like Thorson audibled, or at least made sure he knew where that pressure was coming from. Great run by Gio, great block on the outside. That was an all-around good play. Great response by the Wheaton offense.
And right there, I believe Mount St. Joseph just ran a blitz, and there was nobody there for Giovanni Weeks once he was able to clear that first lane. So now it'll be Mateo Jesh, the sophomore out of Fishers, Indiana, for the extra point. Trying to cut this lead in half. Kick on the way, and right through the crossbars. It is good. So the Thunder on their first opening drive able to respond.
Wheaton alumni, football alumni, collectively holding their breath on every PAT.
I mean, historically, I've heard that the Thunder do struggle on their extra points.
We won't talk about it.
I mean, it was a little bit of an issue last year against Bethel.
Yeah.
Where Caleb Mary missed a couple of extra points. They ended up losing by 2 in that game. And of course, we have to be blessed with beautiful weather compared to last year's playoff game against Bethel, where it was just an outright blizzard. It was sunny for a moment, then it went back to snowing. I mean, I wasn't there at the game. I'm glad I was not there, but I was watching it on TV. I was like, wow.
Yeah, no excuses today. No excuses.
No excuses. And for Coach Scott, I'm not sure what he's talking about with the referee. But for him, 27-6 in his 4th season with the Thunder. He's 1-2 in the playoffs. Of course, last year's playoff exit to Bethel, trying to look for redemption. And meanwhile, for Mount St. Joseph, they're actually looking for their first playoff win in program history. They are 0-6.
Wow. Yeah, the hard part with the HCAC conference champion is a lot of times they're not 10-0. You know, they're 9-1 or 8-2 or sometimes even 7-3, and they get sent on the road to somebody that is a pretty good team. So.
Mount St. Joseph not ranked in the D3Football.com poll, although they did receive 1 vote from somebody, as that one will go into the end zone for the touchback. And now we'll see the Lions offense for their 3rd drive of the game.
So we'd like to see a little bit of pride out of this Wheaton defense. Now, they were put in a bad spot on that second drive, and they had them 3rd and 6, and Mount St. Joe's just made a nice play between 2 experienced players. But, you know, they got a long way to go. 75 yards on this drive. It'd be nice to see Wheaton get a 3 and out. They've held up so far in the run. Just got to get off the field on 3rd down.
7:04 left to go here in the first quarter, first round of the NCAA playoffs, one of 16 games to be played. And they'll start off with a ground game up the middle, and across the 25, and right near to about the 27-yard line goes Mariano McKenzie.
And you'll take that. You know, now it's 2nd and 7. You'd like to, you know, maybe make it 2nd and 8 or so, but that's a nice run fit right there by the linebacker, by Johnny Eller to get over the top and make the play.
2nd down and 7. McKenzie is in motion. And here is Taylor looking to throw. He fires, and the pass is going to be caught.
Get the ball out.
It's Gary Powell comes up with the reception. A short gain there, but it does bring up a manageable 3rd down.
It's interesting. I did not notice this by the quarterback, by Josh Taylor, but it's really a low arm slot. He really slings it in there.
Yeah, it kind of reminds you of Patrick Mahomes, that 3/4 throwing motion. He somehow has 45 touchdowns out of it. Prolific passer. 3rd down and 2. They will bring pressure. Here's Taylor going to take off and run. Josh Taylor is going to get the 1st down, and he moves the chains. What a nice run there by Taylor.
Yeah, nice experience play right there. You know, he maybe could have tried to fit it in there, but decided, hey, I'm just going to pick it up with my feet. Paid the price a little bit for it. You got four Thunder guys in on him, but nice job picking up the first down.
Taylor with 362 rushing yards, 7 rushing touchdowns, so we know he can run the football. He also supposedly can squat 500 in the weight room, and they'll hand it off to McKenzie. Short gain there for Mariano McKenzie, right near the 40.
500 pounds
Yes.
out of your quarterback. Wow.
I mean, Ben Juska, he says he can squat 600, and he talked about that to Sol Olatechi a couple of weeks ago. I mean, these guys, they are really strong. They do work hard in the weight room. So now 2nd down and 8, almost halfway through. In fact, well halfway through here in this first quarter action. And Taylor right now 4 of 5 for 29 yards and a passing touchdown early here in the first quarter. Extra man on the rush. Here is Taylor flushed out to his right. Josh Taylor is going to take off once again, and he's going to pick up another first down as you had Johnny Eller pushing him out of bounds.
Just one of those things we've seen a little too much here out of the Wheaton defense this year. It's just not keeping contained. It's tough, not quite enough speed from the linebacker position to make that play, but the D end dipping inside, losing contain, lets Mount St. Joe's pick up that first down. Nice coverage in the back end, though.
And the Thunder, they've gone against mobile quarterbacks like Kobe Burhammer in the first game, as well as Luke Lane.
Yeah.
And Taylor's not necessarily as fast as those guys, but he's sneakily athletic.
Yeah, no, he's doing a good job picking up first downs with his feet, taking what the defense is giving him. That was a nice stop there on 2nd down. Puts him a little bit more predictable here.
It was a nice stop because they did not get anything. So 2nd down and 10 from the Thunder 48-yard line. Solid drive for Mount St. Joseph. Under 4:15 left to go. Here is Taylor on a 4-man rush. Rifles it over the middle, and the pass is going to be incomplete. He wanted Newton. Good coverage, though, by Riley Schwartz.
Yeah, that's a nice job. It's looking like, I haven't quite diagnosed the coverage to the wide side of the field here. It looks like they're just playing zone, but they're really just locking up Max Wilson on the boundary side with whoever they have, and he's taking him away. And so you were able to play coverage to the 3 receiver side.
Mount St. Joseph, after 2 not-so-great plays, faced 3rd down and 10. 7th best 3rd down offense, completing 55% against the Thunder's defense. 13th best 3rd down defense. They only bring 3, and all day for Taylor. Can set up a campfire. Taylor now going to take a deep shot downfield, but he overthrows Newton, and it's incomplete. So now brings up 4th down, and as you said, he wanted the Thunder defense to get off the field, and they did exactly that.
Yeah, they did, but I think Josh Taylor just missed Joey Newton. He saw him late and then tried to throw him deep. Nice job by Wheaton to get off the field here, though.
It's 4th down and 10, and it looks like Josh Taylor is still out there.
No, they're going to punt. This doesn't make much sense.
And they could pooch kick it with Taylor, or try to draw them off sides, perhaps. 11 on the play clock. And yeah, it does look like Taylor's going to pooch kick it. There is no deep return man for the Thunder, though.
It's okay. On this one, it's just get that ball back. That's going in the end zone.
Well, let's see where that one goes. It sends some backspin on it, and it'll be downed inside the 20.
It's one where maybe you're getting a little too cute for yourselves right there. Just put your punter out there and kick it inside the 10.
A solid punt there for Josh Taylor. So now the Thunder offense coming back out onto the field, and Ben Thorson. We talked about Thorson in the first game. If you don't know him, he is the older brother of Clayton Thorson, who played at Northwestern, got drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles, bounced around with the Cowboys and Giants, and was last seen in the XFL with the Houston Gamblers. And his brother, Ben Thorson, here at Wheaton has done an excellent job leading this offense. It'll be a carry to Giovanni Weeks, still on his feet before going out of bounds. Just those solid carries for Weeks, and continues to move the ball for the Thunder.
And I would be remiss if I didn't say older brothers Hunter and Luke, also very good Wheaton Thunder football players. Molly played soccer for Wheaton as well, so
nice.
Thorson family, Wheaton legends.
Very athletic family, I might add.
That's right.
So gain of 9 on 1st down, 2nd down and 1 from the 27. Weeks is in the ball game, and they will give it to him once again on a stretch run, but nowhere to go. A great play is made by that defense.
Gio a little slow to get up. Nice job by the defense. Great fill. Great job by number 44 for Mount St. Joe's there.
Yeah, that'd be Declan Brophy.
Declan Brophy. Nice job by him to set the edge. Took up 2 blockers. Gio had nowhere to go. Maybe you like to see him get upfield there, but, tough to make a play when you got 2 offensive linemen in your lap.
Brophy with 9 tackle for losses, 5.5 sacks, which lead the team. Also give credit to Jack Tucker, who's able to get in on Weeks. 3rd down now. They roll the pocket to the right. Here is Thorson firing the pass down the sideline. And what will be the ruling? It looks like it is a catch. Seth Kornhoven picks up the 1st down.
Really nice job. That's a long throw there by Ben. Nice job by Seth just to make the catch, keep the drive going.
So now from the 40-yard line. Weeks not in the ballgame. Instead, it's Trent Gabriel, the sophomore out of Wheaton, Illinois, who's played in some productive minutes. And it will be a give to Gabriel. Trent Gabriel, first action here, takes it right near the 45-yard line.
Nice job by Trent. Trent was a nose tackle in high school for local Wheaton North. Had a defensive touchdown in the state championship game a few years ago.
Nice.
Yeah.
34 carries, 193 yards, and 1 rushing touchdown on the season.
Volunteers in nursery at church, too.
Oh, wow, nice. But he sure is the future for the Thunder once Giovanni Weeks, as well as Henry Brown and Christian Carsons leave. I mean, you would assume that he would be the next man up. Very promising sophomore. 2nd down and 6 with under 1:50 left to go. Oh, bad snap there. Thorson just going to try to have to make a play out of it. Instead, he's going to be brought down for a sack. A nice play made by Mount St. Joseph as you had Rashawn Newbolt there to bring him down.
Yeah, Ben's just trying to get something there, but play was supposed to go away from where he was running, so guys are getting blocked right towards him. Nothing you can do. 3rd and long for the Thunder.
Not many plays you have dialed up on 3rd down 11, especially where you are predictable and you're likely to pass. So 3rd and 11. Almost about the end of the 1st quarter. Thunder would love to keep this drive moving, but they must get to midfield for the 1st down. Trips to the top of your screen. Here is Thorson only on a 3-man rush. Thorson fires over the middle. The pass is caught.
What a catch.
Seth Kornhoven inside the 30 to move the chains for the Thunder.
Great catch there. It looked like Ben was going to get sacked, maybe even fumble. Ball got tipped on the way out, but just enough on it for Kornhoven to make the play.
I mean, my goodness, what a season it's been for Seth Kornhoven. 46 catches, 706 yards, and leading the team with 9 touchdowns. Of course, one of those touchdowns being that
Huge.
Hail Mary against WashU to really keep the season alive for the Thunder. And if he did not make that catch, the Thunder would probably not be in the playoffs.
No doubt about it.
So now from the 29-yard line, under 30 seconds left to go, they set up a screen with Weeks, trying to get right near the 30. Might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job. I've been very impressed by this Mount St. Joe's defense to start, right? They're basically just playing zone, keeping everything in front of them, hoping that they can get some pressure with their front 4. But that was a nice job setting the edge there by their corner, and Gio just did a nice job to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And so we wind the first 15 minutes here in this NCAA playoffs, and it is the Lions leading 14-7 over the Thunder. And since it is the playoffs, let's look around the NCAA. And right now, Union leading 25th ranked Delaware Valley 17-6, about start of the 3rd quarter in that game. Ithaca leads 21-0 over Springfield, and Ithaca 19th in the country. Western Connecticut down 41-20 against 7th ranked John Hopkins. Christopher Newport leading 10-7 over number 8 Randolph Macon. DePaul down 25-14 to 13th ranked Alma. Mount Union number 2 in the country leading 28-14 at the break. Susquehanna number 9 in the country leading Grove City 17-7. Grove City 18th in the country. Another top 10 matchup between Endicott and Cortland, as you have Cortland 11th in the country leading 17-10 over 14th ranked Endicott, and then North Central up 14-0 over Belhaven.
Not a lot of surprises so far around here. I'd say the biggest surprise is that you're looking probably Mount St. Joe's over Wheaton at 14-7, and then also Christopher Newport over Randolph-Macon. Randolph-Macon's had a great season. Their head coach Pedro Aruza, former Wheaton alum, or is a Wheaton alum, I should say. They've had a great season. A little bit surprising to see them down by 3, but pretty much chalk everywhere else.
So it's now start of the 2nd quarter, and it is a give to Giovanni Weeks. Nice carry there for him. Does bring up 3rd down. So now from the 23-yard line, as you have Caleb Titherington coming out of the ball game, and Randy Wojciech, they go heavy on 3rd down and 4.
So this is another one where you're going into the wind a little bit. So I don't think Jesse's going to run the field goal kicker out here. So again, I kind of think they're just going to pound the football here, try to get it 4th and manageable.
You have Davis Reeves in motion. It'll be give to Weeks, and where will they mark him? This is going to be awfully close.
Just short, yeah.
And so we will bring up 4th down, and I'm assuming Coach Scott is going to want to go for it.
Yeah, I mean, you've got your whole playbook here. This is something where it's tough for Mount St. Joe's. What are you going to try to take away?
But looks like Ben Thorson is going to be coming off the field instead.
Yeah, you're getting a little gimmicky here, trying to run maybe the Wildcat package. You can just quarterback sneak this.
Instead, Thomas Grubner, I believe, is under center for the Thunder. Wide receiver who used to play quarterback, and it'll be a trick play, and it'll be Giovanni Weeks. He's in for the touchdown.
There we go. Great job. I mean, come in cold, run the option, dive option. Great job. Fakes the dive. Quick pitch to Gio. Lights out.
And you had Grubner, who's currently listed as a receiver. He was officially listed as quarterback last year, but switched over to receiver. He was under center. Ends up pitching it to Giovanni Weeks for the score. And the Thunder going into the bag of tricks right there.
Yeah, I'll say, well, they could have actually just, he could have given it too. That was probably, hey, we're not giving it, we're running option, but.
So after the Lions were able to score the first 14 points, Thunder trying to respond with their own 14. And the extra point is good, so they do nod things up at 14 all.
Great response by Wheaton here, just to move the ball down the field. Here's the replay. You can see he had the dive. Great job by the linebacker to make a play on the quarterback, but nobody on running back.
Nope.
And that's a tough play, right? Because you've got dive coming right at you if you're linebacker, which you have to respect. So then when you run option and you pitch it, you're a half step late, and that's going to be pretty tough to get up to get over the top and tackle Gio.
2 rushing touchdowns for Giovanni Weeks in that play that the Thunder just ran. It kind of reminds you of what Army and Navy like to run with their triple option, the dive, the quarterback keeping himself or just pitching it to the running back who's flanked out wide. A lot of threats that the Lions have to deal with.
Guys that had played at Wheaton for a long time have nightmares seeing that. That was what Augie's offense was the entire time. Triple option. They'd throw the ball 2 times a game.
But now the triple option has been pretty much been converted into an RPO.
Yeah, that's
where
right.
The quarterback not only has the option to hand it off, and not only hand it off, run it, but also to throw the football downfield if he sees fit. Right now, Wheaton with 149 yards, Mount St. Joseph 118. The Lions were the first ones to score the first 14. The Thunder come roaring back with their own 14 to tie it up. And now this is a whole entire different ballgame.
That's right.
Here's Josh Winnett to send it away. And it is a manageable return right down the sideline, and going out of bounds is Cornell Beecham.
Haven't seen much out of Cornell Beecham so far. He's an all-conference player for them as well. 5th-year player.
And really one of those star players for the Lions, as we said before, 12 touchdowns entering this ballgame. He did score on one of the 2 touchdowns for the Lions. And honestly, if you look at this Lions offense, other than Josh Taylor, they really do have a lot of good players to throw to. And you talk about Beecham, but also Joey Newton and a good running back in McKenzie, as well as Gary Powell, the tight end. And it will be a handoff. Not that much gain, though, there for the Lions. I believe it was McKenzie on the carry, and it was.
It's one of the things I love about C.J. Nightingale as a defensive coordinator, right? Wheaton's gotten the momentum back. They got 2 straight touchdowns. They got a stop last time, and he's very aggressive to start on first down, put him in 2nd and long. See if he comes after him again here.
Only a gain of 1, 2nd down and 9. And it looks like we got a timeout.
Timeout, Wheaton. Their first charge timeout of the half.
And so, Tim, what are some of the thoughts that you have so far about both teams?
Yeah, I don't think Mount St. Joe's is worried about Wheaton at all, right? They came out playing their game like we talked about before. moving the ball very well. They just, they got an explosive play for a long touchdown, got a turnover on the kickoff, and moved the ball right down and got another touchdown. So they came out ready to go. Nice to see Wheaton respond, right? They got one stop. The offense has not been stopped yet. They've really been pretty dominant. Seth Kortenhoven has saved Wheaton a couple times.
Yes.
But, this is a good game. This is kind of what we expected, right? We expected this to be kind of a high-scoring track meet, and I think that's what we're going to see all day. We got perfect weather. We got two great quarterbacks. It's going to be a fun game.
And if you look at the Thunder's defense, they only have 2 first-team All-CCIWs in Peter Johannick as well as Max Wilson, and a second-team selection for Caleb McClung. And I'm honestly surprised that Johnny Eller, number 34, the linebacker, was not selected to an All-CCIW team despite leading the Thunder in tackles with 59.
Yeah.
And I guess it just shows you how dominant the CCIW can be with
That's
really
right.
a lot of good players around the league. A quarterback draw right up the middle, but nowhere to go. Taylor just immediately dumped right near the line of scrimmage. And it looks like it was Isaac Parrish making the play.
Yeah, nice job by Isaac. He disengaged from his block, was able to fall back in and make a tackle on the quarterback, forcing a 3rd and long.
The junior out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, with 9.5 tackle for losses, 4.5 sacks. 3rd down and 7.
So you get these bunch formations from Mount St. Joseph, which makes it difficult to play man-to-man coverage.
Play clock at 10, they do snap it. Here is Taylor looking to throw in traffic, it's caught. Joey Newton able to thread the needle right there for the 1st down.
That's an impressive throw right there by Josh Taylor to really fit it in there. That's a cover 2 throw right there where, the corner did a pretty good job of not jumping that short route, but left enough space in between the corner and the safety to make a nice play to Joey Newton.
And it'll be a handoff to McKenzie right to the 47-yard line. And going back to that last throw from Josh Taylor, he had to fit it to Riley Schwartz and Dimitri Cannon, just that soft spot between the corner and the safety.
Yep. Yeah, that's the throw you want them to make as a corner. You want to be able to fall off and either pick that or knock it away, but there's just a little too much heat on that ball. He's able to fit it in there. Great throw on 3rd and long.
So it's 2nd down and 8 after a 2-yard gain by McKenzie. Operating from the Thunder 47-yard line. They had it near the last time, but stalled out eventually. Here is Taylor. Only rush 4. He's going to take off and run, and there goes Josh Taylor. He's got the 1st down and still going on his feet, and he'll score. Touchdown, Lions. He did not go out of bounds. Instead, he'll tiptoe down the sideline for the 3rd touchdown of the game.
So great play. I mean, great play by Taylor to get the edge, to not step. A lot of quarterbacks don't love the contact, step out of bounds. Nice job by him just to make his way all the way down the sideline for a touchdown. But again, Aiden, we talked about it earlier, these defensive ends not keeping contained. If you watched on that rush, Wheaton was way, way upfield. No contain. He was able to slip. Taylor's able to slip out and right down the sideline. Now you got to push the quarterback out of bounds if you're a DB there, but credit Josh Taylor for a nice play.
Because Kyle Farthing's on the extra point, and knowing that you're dealing with a quarterback who's not necessarily mobile like some of the other CCIW quarterbacks we just talked about, Luke Lanin, but what adjustments do you think Coach Nightingale has to make to stop Taylor from just running the ball?
Yeah, I think you just got to, if you're a defensive lineman, you got to be disciplined in your pass rushes. They're not running any line games. We're not seeing loops or Texas or twists. We're just seeing guys going right at their man. You got to win. You got to win your one-on-one matchups with the lineman across from you. And
perhaps, do you think Coach Nightingale should maybe spy quarterback Taylor with one of the linebackers like Caleb McClung or Johnny Eller, or maybe tag a safety down to spy him?
I think he should bring more pressure. But I think they feel like they're better up front than Mount St. Joe, and they want to be able to play coverage. Plus, it's tough. You bring pressure against a team that's got, at least 2 all-conference wide receivers and plenty of weapons all over the place. You bring pressure long enough, you're going to get burned.
Josh Taylor, 5 of 8 for 50 yards in the passing touchdowns on the ground game. 4 carries, 65 yards, just had that rushing touchdown. You said Taylor, he can pass it, but very sneaky when it comes to running the football. Entering this game with 7,594 yards, 94 touchdowns in his 4 years with Mount St. Joseph. What a career he's had.
Got another shot here.
And so here is the return. And they're not going to get a neutral return as it's going to be dropped inside the 20 is Caleb Titherington. And for both teams, I guess, the NCAA approved a rule where you can make a fair catch inside the 25, but I just wonder, why are these returners still wanting to return the ball?
Yeah, I think a lot of times it's part of the game plan. You're right. Like, you're going into the game and the coaches are saying, hey, if we have this return called and you get this type of kick, we want to return it. And right there, you know, first opportunity, they were able to hit it quick, but that was a better kick by Mount St. Joseph to get the ball in the air.
So they now start from their own 18 with Giovanni Weeks in the ball game. Thorson on the run pass, option high throw. That pass is jarred loose. It was intended for Ben Bonga, but a great play is made. I believe it was Andrew Pierce, the corner.
Yeah, no, it's a great play by the corner. You'd like that ball to be on Bonga in stride so he can catch and run. It's the right read to pull it and throw the football, but he just was a little off on the throw.
And Ben Thorson so far, I mean, nearly 70% completion percentage this season, so really accurate passer and takes care of the football really well. 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion. And it'll be a handoff to Weeks. Giovanni Weeks, first down, or not a first down, right near the first down, but they may give it to him.
They do, yeah.
They will give him the first down.
One thing we haven't seen quite as much from Weeks this year, those long, explosive runs. We've seen a lot of touchdowns out of him, but man, if he breaks that, that's a tough tackle to break. That's a nice job by the safety filling to get the running back down. But
so now from the 30-yard line, first down for the Thunder on this drive. Weeks now 83 yards, and it will be a keeper. And there goes Xavier Jones. He just checked into the ball game, and he has the first down. So we've seen Thomas Grubner come into the game. Xavier Jones, the backup QB, taking the carry and picking up the first.
I think what we're seeing here is really nice job by the Wheaton offensive line. We haven't probably talked about how dominant that they've been basically all year. But I think one thing Coach Scott has seen here is that, hey, they're trying to stop us with 6 guys in the box. Let's get that RPO going. Let's get the quarterback run game going a little bit, because they don't have the numbers to stop us.
Over 150 rushing yards for the Thunder. Thorson back into the ballgame, and he'll check it down to Giovanni Weeks in the flats. Weeks able to get across midfield to about the 48-yard line. The tackle made by Nate Owens.
That's a nice job by the Mount St. Joe's defense again. Tackling in space, borderline block in the back by Titherington.
Well, he's able to get away with that one. So 2nd down and 8, under 10 minutes to go before the intermission. You have Caleb Titherington operating out of the slot. Seth Cornovan to the bottom of your screen, and Bonga up top. Actually, it's now been Juska in the slot. He motions. And it'll be a give to Weeks. Giovanni Weeks, what a nice cutback. First down, a lot more. Weeks cuts it to the outside.
Oh,
Giovanni Weeks, speed. I am speed. Touchdown, Thunder.
I think he might have heard me tell him I haven't seen enough explosive runs out of him.
Yeah, he might have heard you and said, I can do more. He's able to score right there for his 3rd rushing touchdown of the ball game. My goodness.
What you're going to see here in this highlight, though, is Mount St. Joe's, again, they got to make something. They got to make a change here somewhere. They motion Juska into the formation, but there's no movement by the Mount St. Joe's defense, and they're just outnumbered at the point of attack.
9th game for Giovanni Weeks with 3 or more rushing touchdowns in his career. For a lot of these guys, they don't know if this is going to be their final game, so they would love to go out on a bang. As the extra point, it is good for the Thunder. So tying things right up after Josh Taylor took it to the house. Giovanni Weeks responds right back.
It's tough to play defense when your free safeties dive in at the running back 10 yards downfield. And then a great job by the running back, or by Kortenhoven.
And honestly, the receiver,
great response.
Yeah, honestly, the receivers should get a lot of credit for that blocking right there. I think Coach Scott has done a good job telling his receivers, hey, you got to be blocking on those plays, and those or can spring big runs, as we saw right there.
You know, as former defensive player, when your offense would go out there and they'd take it 75 yards for a touchdown, 75 yards for a touchdown, 75 yards basically for a touchdown, all 3 drives. There is this sense of pride where you're like, hey, I want to do my part here. And you know this defense is getting ready to go. They want to get a turnover. They want to get a sack, get the ball back to this offense, get the Thunder in the lead. Just got to execute a little bit better.
Giovanni Weeks' run caps off a 5-play, 82-yard drive. Only took nearly 2 minutes, results in a touchdown, and responds right back to Mount St. Joseph's 5-play of their own. Josh Winnett to send it right back. And it looks like we will get a return from Beecham. And here comes Cornell Beecham. Nearly a neutral return up near the 25-yard line. And back out comes Josh Taylor.
Number 28 must remain out of the game for 1 play due to his helmet coming off through play. First down.
So we'll see if Coach Nightingale has any adjustments for Taylor. Trying to contain him. It's already 65 yards rushing and that rushing touchdown, 5 of 8 passing, for also a passing touchdown. Now from the 25-yard line, McKenzie in the ball game. And they will give it to McKenzie, and he's got some space. And still going right down the sideline, a first down. Excuse me, that was actually Jackson Gifford on the carry.
Great job. I mean, there was not much there initially, and he was able to use his athleticism to pop outside, get around the edge, and pick up the first down. Really, they're stoned at the point of attack.
And Riley Schwartz able to get right by Riley Schwartz, and finally being dragged down by Max Smith. And another carry, and this time, where to go? Dropped at the 39-yard line. The Thunder defense swarming as you had Johnny Eller there to make the play.
This is where you need that Wheaton defensive line to start winning at the point of attack here. Get off the block, put some pressure on the quarterback without having to bring 5 and 6 guys. That's something that we're used to seeing from this Wheaton defense, and we just haven't gotten as much this year.
Loss of 1. Gifford stays in the ball game. Zane Dine to the bottom of your screen. Here is Taylor. Has time to throw. Rifles it. Pass is caught for nearly a first down. Not sure if they're going to give him forward progress.
Yeah, they should.
It looks like they will. So that'll take him into Thunder territory once again. Joey Newton coming up with the reception. His second grab of the game.
That's pretty good coverage right there. I think as the corner there on the outside, you never want to get beat deep.
And they'll stay on the ground game right up the middle. And right to the 39-yard line goes Gifford.
It's one of those things where it looks like Mount St. Joe's has found something they like. They're going up-tempo, not letting Wheaton sub. We got back-to-back first downs.
And this Mount St. Joseph offense, one of the best in the country, the 3rd best scoring offense, 3rd best offense in terms of yards per game, 6th best passing offense, 18th best rushing offense. From the 39-yard line, here is Taylor, flushed out to his right. Taylor able to escape for now. Gets a good gain right there as he was able to get by Isaac Parrish,
who was down on the play.
And it looks like we have an injured player on the Mount St. Joseph sideline.
So here on that play right there, that's just, Mount St. Joseph trying to pick up 3 or 4 yards, just running quick hitches. They got zone across from him. Wheaton did a nice job stopping the initial play, but they're not finishing the play. And when you don't finish the play, the quarterback leaks out of the pocket, picks up 3 or 4 yards, and they stay on track to have their playbook totally open for them. So Wheaton's got to finish a couple plays here on defense. They can't rely on a mistake or a penalty. They gotta start moving this offense backwards.
There is a timeout on the play for an injured player. And it looks like, from our vantage point, if we can get a number on that, that's going to be Isaac Parrish, who tried to push Taylor out of bounds. I'd like to thank Glenn for calling him out and helping us out. Does a great job on the broadcast. It looks like he's able to kind of walk in his own power with the help of the athletic training staff. So play resumes at the 33-yard line. 2nd down and 4. The clock is running with under 7:40 to go. And here Here's a handoff and being stuffed and really knew where to go. Another nice play is made by Caleb McClung.
Nice job there. You got 3 guys that making a play. That's where you'd love to get a turnover here.
Mount St. Joseph 3 of 4 on third down so far this afternoon. They face 3rd and 4. Must get to the 29-yard line for the first down. Here is Taylor, only rushing 4. Taylor scrambling. He's going to take off and run. Josh Taylor head forward and a first down for the Lions.
Really nice job there. He's really making one read, going to his second read and saying, you know what, I'm just going to go. I'm going to pick this up. And Wheaton's not getting enough push up front, and Taylor's able to pick up the first down with his feet again.
The Lions offensive line really solid with some all HAIC selections, and Colin Kandra, the left tackle, and the right guard, Devin Sawyers. Really good players, also a lot of experience. Only one freshman, Donnie Lewis, the right tackle, is starting, but other than that, juniors and seniors. And it'll be a stretch run. It is Gifford. Jackson Gifford, not really that much there, but there's also a flag on the play.
Umpire with a fastball.
Oh, yeah. Saw that one flared there. We'll see what the call is.
Holding, offense, number 65. 10 yards in the previous spot, still first down.
All right, Aiden, so here we go. 1st and 20. That's the break. Can't count on penalties, but you got one. So now you got 1st and 20.
And assuming this would be the excellent opportunity for the Thunder's defense to get off the field.
That's right. And again, you probably got 4 downs here. So you got to keep that in mind, but really you got to win first down. Got to keep this in 2nd and long. So you're really hoping to win. You give up 2 or 3 yards here on 1st and 20.
They empty out the backfield, so from their own 37-yard line, nearly under 6 minutes to go before halftime. Tied ball game, 21 apiece. Gary Powell was the one who motioned. Here's Taylor throwing that pass. It's going to be tipped and incomplete.
Great play call there.
So it brings up 2nd down and 10.
It's tough to see here, but that play had a chance. They're trying to get that ball to number 0. Forget his name, sorry.
Cornell Beecham.
Beecham, that's right. He was open.
But give credit to Christian Bonacusti from his defensive tackle spot. If you can't make a play on the quarterback, get your hands up. So 2nd down now, 5:53 left to go. Here is Taylor, given time. Taylor dancing, flushed out to his right. Taylor trying to buy some time, trying to now pull off a Houdini. He's all the way back in his own territory. Josh Taylor still on the move, trying to direct traffic. Taylor now fires in the pass. It's going to be incomplete. So after all that drama, no one's open. Good stand by the Thunder's secondary, holding for that long.
Man. Those D linemen have got to be so tired.
I know.
Really nice job by Johannick, though, right? So he gets in his face, right?
Yep.
He doesn't, keeps him going backwards, Oh, he almost makes the play. Great job by that defense.
And Johannick and Ferlita were trying to give chase, and Ferlita does come off the field. So 3rd down and 20 after back-to-back incompletions. Farving's long, by the way, is from 40 yards.
There you go. Good to know. Got the wind.
Here is Taylor once again directing traffic. They only rushed 3. That pass incomplete. Oh my goodness. Joey Newton might have had the first down if he hauled it in, but instead it's 4th down. And honestly, he should have came up with that catch.
Absolutely. Great job by Taylor to direct traffic there. This is a tough one. You know, you got 5.5 minutes left. It's a tie game. I wouldn't be opposed to going for it right here, but, you know, you give Wheaton great field position if you don't get it.
Well, they are going for it on 4th down. Maybe see another pooch kick, and that is exactly what Josh Taylor's about to do as he's lined up nearly 10 yards behind the center. They do pooch kick it, but that's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. So,
man, that's a tough one right there for Mount St. Joe's. You know, you haven't stopped Wheaton yet. You punt it into the end zone for a net 15-yard punt. You almost want to go for it there.
And not really a good play there. They were not able to down them inside their own 20, and so now the Thunder offense taking the field, chance to take their first lead of the ball game. For Ben Thorson, 7 of 10, 71 yards. Of course, Giovanni Weeks, look at this, already over 100 yards, 141 yards and 3 rushing touchdowns. Looking for his 4th rushing touchdown. And at one point throughout the season, he had 16 consecutive games going back to last season where he was able to find the end zone. Here's Thorson on the run pass option in traffic, intended for Cornovan, but instead it will fall incomplete.
Again, it's the right read. It's just not a great throw there. You know, he's really trying to fit it in there. He almost could have gone over the top with that one. You know, there's
Mason Owens, the senior, Scott's Company, Tennessee, there to make the play. 16 tackles on the season in 10 games that he has played. So
but you saw there the change by Mount St. Joe's. They had 8 guys in the box. They were saying, you know what, we got to stop the run.
But it does leave open one-on-one opportunities for these receivers, and they will stay on the ground. It will be Weeks, but nowhere to go. Giovanni Weeks is dumped behind the line of scrimmage. Jackson Pruitt, one of the 2 men there to bring him down.
Yep. Nice job there by the Mount St. Joe's defense, and that's where that first down miss comes back to bite you because now you're in 3rd and long. This is a tough spot here. You're going into the wind.
It was also Brock Harris, number 95, who made the tackle along with Pruitt, junior and sophomore combining for the TFL. So 3rd down and 10.
This is one where you like maybe a double move. Try to get a big play here, not necessarily just go for the sticks. Let's get an explosive play.
Bonga to the bottom of your screen. It's 3rd down. Here's Thorson stepping up from the pressure. He's going to try to take off and run. Ben Thorson tackled from behind. He's going to be short of the 1st down. Great play made by the linebacker, Nate Owens.
Really nice job. Nice job by the Mount St. Joe's defense to get a stop here. You know, if you could stay on that block just a half second longer on the nose tackle, you pick up that 1st down, but he does a great job of disengaging and making the play. That's Jack Tucker.
So now it'll be Nate Toffelon to send it away for the Thunder. In fact, back deep to receive. And it's a fake punt right up the middle, and it's going to be a 1st down. My goodness, the Thunder going into the bag of tricks once again. And it was Ben Juska who took it.
You know, that's a really gutsy call by Jesse right there. He's not afraid to be aggressive. We saw it in the Wash U game to go for the win. He obviously liked the matchup that they had. It was a nice job by the punt team as well to wait. There was a lot of movement pre-snap by Mount St. Joe's trying to get lined up in the punt block that they wanted. Wheaton was patient. Once they got the look that they liked, ran the fake and picked up the 1st down.
Indeed, what a gutsy call by Coach Scott. Now they have the ball at the 36-yard line. And they'll go on the ground game. And across the 40, right near the 45-yard line is Weeks.
Here's where you got 2 timeouts left in 3 minutes. You'd like to score with almost no time left on the clock, and you get the ball to start the 2nd half. So you really get a chance to take control of this game right here with the score.
So kind of like a 2-for-1 if you're using basketball analogy. And if you're the Thunder, you probably want to run something like 4-minute offense. No need to go too quickly, but you want to play with some urgency. They have it at the 44-yard line, and again, it will be Weeks gets to cross the 45, and that will be enough for the 1st down. Now 2:30 to go until halftime. Ball now at the 47-yard line. Giovanni Weeks, 17 carries, a $151, and 3 rushing touchdowns for him. Jessica, who had that fake punt for the 1st down, in motion, and they'll give to Weeks, who gets it right near midfield. So now under 2:10 to go.
This is a little too deliberate, I think.
Would you want to see the Thunder maybe play with some urgency?
Just maybe a little bit more up-tempo here. I don't think they need to be going no huddle, but, you know. Okay, so now they sub, so that means Mount St. Joe's gets a chance to sub. They're going to get this snapped, man, probably with 10 seconds left on the clock. Yeah, looks like you kind of take the running game out of it at this point.
Yeah, Randy Wojcik came in.
Looks like they're going to roll this way.
2nd down and 8. And here is Thorson actually looking to throw. He's going to dial up the deep ball for Cornovan, and it's caught. inside the 20-yard line. Upstairs, Seth Kornhoven.
Really nice job by Ben Thorson to get the ball out too, because he had pressure in his face immediately. Nice job by the left defensive end, Brady Buller, there to get right around the left tackle. Great throw. And look at Kornhoven go up and high point that ball. That's what you're taught as a wide receiver. Go up, catch it high.
Fourth grab for Seth Kornhoven. It's a gain of 30 yards now with 84 yards in this ball game. Again, a great duo alongside Ben Bonga. That's going to be threatening the CCIW for at least another year. Don't forget again, Caleb Titherington, and it'll be a give to Weeks. And Giovanni Weeks lowering the shoulder. Be a couple of yards shy of the first.
Still no timeout, but you pick up 7 yards. You got plenty of time here. You got 53 seconds, 2 timeouts, and you're inside the red zone.
And Thunder now moving with some urgency, not using the timeout as you just said. Under 45 seconds now to go. And once again, it will be Weeks, who, let's see where they want to give him a first down or not. He's right at the 10. It looks like the official ruling is that he is short.
Wheaton, their first charge timeout of the half.
Let's go, Wheaton!
So this is a tough one here for Wheaton. I think you're probably running some sort of misdirection here on third down. You get a clock stop if you pick up the first down. But if you don't get it, you probably want to say, you know what, we'd love to punch it in here for a touchdown, but let's kick the field goal, get 3 points, take the lead into halftime, regroup, and see if we can score on our first drive of the second half. But I like something. Jesse usually tries to dial something up that's a little bit out of the ordinary down here in the red zone. I'm sure he's got probably 4 or 5 plays that he'd like to run that aren't just, running Geo right down their throats. I think he's probably going to try to get the ball outside quick.
And given how the Thunder do have 1 timeout left, and the entire playbook is open, so you're not necessarily limited to working it down the sideline. Not only that, but the clock does stop if you pick up a first down. That is the benefit of college football.
Yes.
So let's see the formation. Weeks is in the ball game. So no razzle-dazzle for the Thunder like we saw with Thomas Grupner, Xavier Jones.
Wheaton's had a little bit of trouble protecting out here, blocking Brady Buller one-on-one. So, might be going to the field here to the wide side.
Well. It's going to be a direct snap, and it's going to be a first down. I believe it was Ben Juska who just took it.
Well, I couldn't have been further from right. I was completely wrong on what they were going to do there.
So my goodness, Ben Juska just took the punt, and now the clock continues to run. The Thunder not using a timeout.
It's okay. They got 3 plays here.
Seth Kornhoven was the one in motion. Under 20 seconds now left to go. And it'll be a give to Weeks. Nowhere for him. And I'm assuming Coach Scott will call the timeout, and he does.
Timeout, Wheaton, their final timeout of the half.
I mean, you can kind of understand why the Thunder chose to run a play on first down, because the clock stopped momentarily to move the chains. And then on first down, they ran the ball up the middle for about a 4-yard gain. So a smart decision there by Coach Scott to use that timeout. But it's 2nd and goal from the 6. So any pass up the middle or any play up the middle outright, I mean, I don't know if you have enough time to run another play if you were to try something up the middle without going out of bounds.
Yeah, no, I think here you're trying to find the matchup that you like outside. Probably have zone coverage or at least man under maybe where the DBs can kind of sit on the goal line. So that means Thorson's got to really fit one in there if he's going to make a throw to the outside to either Bonga or Kornhoven. But, I think that's where you got to go, somewhere outside. It's tough to go over the middle unless it's into the end zone for sure. You don't have enough time to run something short of the end zone, but you got probably enough time if you run a fade to one of your receivers out here to get 2 plays in and kick it on 4th down.
You have Kornhoven to the top of your screen, then it follows Titherington, and then Bonga, who's now the man in motion, going to overload one side.
Yeah, it looks like they should have something on some sort of double move to the wide side.
Here's Thorson throwing over the middle. Pass is going to be incomplete.
It's okay. It's 3rd down. They got 8 seconds left. They got plenty of time.
Coach Scott wants a flag. He's not going to get it. As the pass, it was intended, I believe, that was for Giovanni Weeks.
Yeah, that's where I think that's the design play call right there, where they're just going, that's not a read for Thorson. That's just where he's going with the ball, because he had number 3 to the field wide open in the back of the end zone. Number 3 receiver.
And Thorson also has to be aware of the fact that he has 8 seconds left, so cannot take a sack, cannot waste time. Thorson now fires, and the pass is caught. Touchdown, Ben Bonga for 6.
Great job. Great route concept. When you're pretty confident that the other team's running zone, you just run your receiver on a curl right past the goal line. That's a nice, easy pitch and catch for the Thunder.
First touchdown grab for Ben Bonga. First touchdown pass for Ben Thorson. The two Bens hooking up, and the Thunder are going to go into halftime, pocketing at least a 6-point lead, barring the extra point to make it 7. And it is right down the middle, so the Thunder lead 28-21 with 5 seconds left to go, and that was just a well-executed drive in 2 minutes.
I think sometimes we take for granted just how good this offensive line is for Wheaton. You know, not a lot of pressure that Ben has to navigate on his throws, but and they've been able to run the football. Just a real solid job by the offensive line today to score 4 touchdowns in 5 first half possessions.
Caps off a 14-play drive for 80 yards.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was assuming they punted. They faked the punt, so 4 touchdowns on 4 drives.
Yes. And I think Coach Scott has to be pleased with the way that his offense has performed. Now it's all about that Thunder defense. Can they get a couple more stops? We know that Mount St. Joseph, they're not going to be shut down. We know that they're going to get their points, but I think if you're Coach Scott, you're just expecting a couple stops from the defense and offense to continue to score.
This is one of those where you just, kick a little squib kick right to the X at the 35-yard line and make them just dive on the ball. Don't even give them a chance to get a big return.
It'll be Josh Winnett to send it away. Graduate transfer out of Milton, Georgia. Who's typically responsible for these kickoffs. And it will be a squib kick. And it's going to be down at about the 35-yard line by Dylan Novak.
Friendly home clock operator there took 3 seconds off.
So 2 seconds left. I'm assuming that Josh Taylor will just take a knee and go into halftime.
Yeah, I mean, you throw a Hail Mary, you get a pass interference, you only get 15 yards. So it looks like they're just going to take a knee.
Thunder will receive the ball to start the second half, so a chance to double up from what they were able to do with under 2 minutes. And Taylor does take a knee. And so the first round of the NCAA playoffs, and the Thunder lead 28-21. And for Coach Scott, 27-1 when his team leads at the break. So if you're a Thunders fan, you have to be pleased with the way that his team has performed, and a chance again to double up at the start of the second half as the Thunder do receive the ball to start the third quarter. We'll have the start of the second half after these messages and a word from the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network.
Wheaton was definitely the best place, for me that I could have ever gone. I look back just making the decision to come to Wheaton. I'm so grateful, for everyone in that process who helped lead me to Wheaton. I feel like I've grown in just so many different ways, looking back to my freshman year, even just thinking about it now, to kind of where I am now, and really couldn't have asked for any better place to be. And honestly, again, it's a testament to all the people that I got to surround myself with every day here.
When I saw him play in high school, I came back and told Coach Banner he clearly is talented enough, but he is so small.
Growing up as very short, skinny, kind of out-of-place point guard, I think that's really where you have to have a chip on your shoulder to know and go in that, I've put in the work and I deserve to be on the court here.
But to be honest, he wasn't the best player on his high school team, and then he wasn't the best player at Wheaton for 4 years. But honestly, very quickly into his first few practices, I could tell we had somebody pretty special. But he is, by all measure now, one of the all-time great players to ever put on a Wheaton jersey. But he's also going to be the type of young man that you can point back to and say, this is what a star player looks like, behaves like, and acts.
I think looking back early on in my career, I really was afraid to fail. And that's something that we talked about a lot, was throw all your dice out there, put all the chips out there, and don't be afraid to fail. And that's something that we kind of worked on together. And that's really what helped us gain trust. And I mean, for me, my past, 2-3 years, I was really able to play more free.
When you get a young man like Tyson, you realize you got something pretty special as a coach, because in a lot of ways, he became the leader of our team. And I just cheered a lot. I mean, he just became somebody who really embodies everything you want from a best player.
It's honestly such a great honor, and it's something that, I never really thought was on the table.
I do describe the Justice Trophy regularly as the Division III Heisman for men's basketball. It really is in many ways the most prestigious award that is given out in men's and women's basketball at the Division III level. Not only measures the basketball ability of the men and women at Division III basketball, but also the academic and service of those individuals. So it's a total award that really encompasses not only just the talent level, but really the most outstanding student athlete in our sport.
The initial feelings were just of gratitude and thankfulness to Wheaton, to Coach Schauer, to Coach Panner, everybody who invested in me during this time.
I thought he was better than people probably perceived. The fact that he wasn't on any All-America lists, preseason lists, surprised me, given the career he had had to that point. And I think he kind of carried a little bit of that chip on his shoulder into this season and used that as motivation.
I'm not going to let anybody outwork me. I think that's really kind of where it comes from and stems from, is just wanting to win badly enough to where, you're willing to sacrifice.
One of the things I love about Tyson is he averaged over 5 rebounds a game, and he's not much taller than me. So he just simply was relentless to go rebound the basketball, and knew that given our personnel, that was going to be a potential area of weakness and that he needed to help us there. I honestly believe if I didn't show up for a week, Tyson would have made sure our team did exactly the same thing we did when I was there. And so his legacy will be brought up over and over and over again, whether I'm here or not, because he's going to be on the wall and that trophy's going to be downstairs. The academic reputation of the institution is so high that the students we get here are really self-motivated to do well academically. That matters to them. So they're typically pretty good students on our roster. And then because of their relationship to Jesus, there's a sense that we should serve others and try to model that as Jesus did.
Looking back on the Israel trip and Zimbabwe trip, those are two things, just looking back on my career, that I will never forget. The relationships that we built out there were just so incredible.
Go to the Holy Lands, we're going to do all those biblical sites and really study the Bible on that trip. And our trip to Zimbabwe, which Tyson also went on, we did clinics and did service projects, and we are going to visit historical sites and do some fun stuff in addition to playing some games. But we're going to do it in a different context than most Division III basketball programs.
There's just so many incredible things about those trips. Makes the whole time at Wheaton, and specifically a Wheaton basketball player, just so special.
All he cared about was winning, and that just makes life easy for a coach. Because if your best player cares about that and your best player has his work ethic, it's hard for other people to come up with too many excuses. They sort of follow because he's just such a great leader.
What makes Wheaton College unique? Our focus is not only on what you can achieve, but also on who you can become. We've been called one of the nation's colleges that change lives because that is exactly what we do. More than a degree, you'll graduate with wisdom and values you can apply to your family life, church life, and professional life. So who are Wheaties today? We are scientists, lawyers, doctors, and CEOs. We are filmmakers, engineers, policy experts, and educators. We're investment bankers, musicians, and entrepreneurs. We're church leaders, missionaries, and theologians, parents, neighbors, and friends. All of us living out our callings in a variety of ways through Christ-centered leadership. Ready to discover your ambitious calling? They say the friends you make at college will be friends for life. We say the friends you make at Wheaton College will not only be lifelong, but life-changing. That's because Wheaton is a grace-filled, Christ-centered, fun community unlike any other. From talent shows to all-school communion, Christmas celebrations to hip-hop battles, you'll have opportunities every single day to express who you are and how you see the world, to lead, work, serve, and worship together, to define your convictions with peers and mentors who support and encourage you, and expect your friendships to last not only on campus, but throughout your life as part of a Wheaton family that spans the globe. This isn't just an educational experience. It's an unparalleled journey that you can only find at Wheaton. Whether you're on stage or on the field, serving the community or studying abroad, at Wheaton College, you'll find excellence and faith all across the board. Love bird watching, news reporting, or swing dancing? Our student-led clubs have you covered. Want to play your heart out? Our All-American athletics teams win championships, and our conservatory grads win Grammys. From our Black Hills Science Station or our Honey Rock Center for Leadership Development to our global programs in England, Spain, China, and beyond, you'll be part of an incredible experience where you can pursue your academic, athletic, and artistic talents and your Christian values. You can confidently choose Wheaton, not just to learn, but to live.
I had numerous family members who've been taken away from heart disease and stroke. That drove me to pursue knowledge about health and well-being. Playing college football gave me an opportunity to get myself into college.
Goes to Parks. He's in the end zone.
That's when I decided that I want to go into personal trainer. I felt I would have a great opportunity to share my knowledge about well-being within Detroit. I hope to reach as many people as I can.
It's not about yourself, it's about your team.
Division III allows you to give yourself to other things.
I chose Cedar Crest because it's nationally ranked for its forensic science program. And then I also chose Cedar Crest because I could come here and play sports. I could be a basketball player and then I could be a student athlete and my teachers would understand that.
At a Division III school, you primarily a student athlete, so the school is really shaped around you developing yourself as a complete individual. The end result in my mind is you just become a very well-rounded person.
I know sports is important, but having the academic part along with it is a big plus.
There's more to them than being a student athlete. They're a club president, they're a student in the classroom, so it's a well-rounded experience.
Division III school was the best opportunity for me to have both the highest academic challenges and some of the very highest athletic challenges too.
So that's why D3 athletics is so great. It gives you the opportunity to get involved in so many different things and be able to still do all those things.
D3 school, there's a lot of time for other opportunities. During soccer season, the coaches, they expect a lot of you during soccer, but after soccer, that's your own personal time. It's your time to go explore different things and really find out who you are and other opportunities that you can pursue.
Division III in athletics, affords students the opportunity not only to participate in intercollegiate athletics at a competitive level, but also gives them the opportunity to, engage in the other interests in their campus and in their lives outside of that sport and outside of the academics on the campus.
I wanted to be really balanced. I wanted to be focused on academics and athletics and be able to do other things that I wanted to do. And I knew Division III would be able to not only let me do that, but support me in that.
You have more time for your extracurricular activities outside of school, whether it's not academics, spending time with your family, your friends, and those are things that are important to me in a college experience.
Being a Division III athlete and developing my leadership skills has definitely put my name out there and helped me get more recognition on campus, but more recognition nationwide. I did win the Jostens Trophy, which is based on leadership, academics, and then how well you do on the court.
I think there's more opportunities for academic scholarships in Division III.
Division III schools offer academic scholarships instead of athletic scholarships. This really puts the focus that the student athlete needs to maintain that GPA.
I got the presidential scholarship from Case Western, which was huge for me.
I did receive a non-athletic scholarship upon entering school, and I carried that for my first 2 or 3 years.
I did receive academic scholarships my freshman year, and then every single year I get a little bit more because of my academics. Just being involved on campus, being an athlete, and then being a leader in so many different clubs. All those things combined kind of get me recognized.
Don't pass up a Division III school if you have the opportunity. Division III offers many experiences.
I would definitely choose Division III school because you can develop your leadership skills. I mean, basketball and academics are so important here, but you can also develop who you are as a person.
Football has taught me a lot throughout my life. It's definitely had a huge imprint on who I am as a person. Competing at a Division III level created that opportunity for me to go to college. Not only was I the first one in my family to graduate college, but I was really the first one to even go. Being the first one, I'm breaking that cycle, and now that I've graduated, I'm not sure what's the next step, but I know I have a lot of doors open. And a lot of those are open because I played football and ran track here at Otterbein.
For the love of the game. That's what it's all about, they say. But for those of us who are Division III student athletes, it's more than that, a lot more.
Sure, the game is important, but as we work so hard to build both mind and body, it's more about team and the schools and communities we represent.
And for the many of us blessed with the strength to compete in sport at the college level, we understand that with what we were given comes a special obligation.
An obligation not merely to work towards a personal best in the classroom or in the sport we love, but rather an obligation to help those who have their own special needs and whose love for the game is no less intense.
That is why NCAA Division III teamed up with Special Olympics. For Special Olympics athletes, victory belongs not only to those who first cross the line, but to all of those who compete and endure.
They are challenged in ways we cannot imagine. They are survivors who test themselves harder and with greater joy than we will ever know.
Since August of 2011, we and others from Division III campus communities have volunteered more than 250,000 hours, time away from the classroom and practice field, reaching across the country to coach and mentor Special Olympics athletes.
And to learn, as we all do, that in giving we receive so much more in return.
Sport ennobles us. And in giving the gift of sport to those for whom it seemed an impossible dream, we are working to make this a better world.
Help us keep that dream alive.
Be part of it.
Get involved.
You can make a difference.
Welcome back to the 2023 NCAA first round action between the Wheaton Thunder, 10th ranked team in the country. They're up by 7, 28-21 over the Mount St. Joseph Lions. And Tim, we had a lot of action in the first half in terms of offensive production.
Yeah, well executed first half by both offenses. Just running through the numbers here. 311 yards of total offense for Wheaton versus 238 for Mount St. Joe's. 176 of those for Mount St. Joe's were on the ground. So lots of big plays offensively.
And let's see how we got there. First, it really started off with Mount St. Joseph setting the authority. You had Mariano McKenzie, who scored first on that touchdown. As you can see here on the replay, just took it 62 yards to the house.
Yeah, great job by McKenzie. Poor tackling initially by Wheaton, but man, look at this effort to get into the end zone.
And that is what allowed them to start off 7-0. But then they doubled down again with Josh Taylor to a 12-yard touchdown pass to Cornell Beecham.
Yeah. Cornell Beecham, great route, one-on-one coverage. Mount St. Joseph went right at it on third down, got the touchdown.
But then Giovanni Weeks responded right back, 23 yards for his first rushing touchdown, galloping over man to cut the lead in half.
Yeah, we saw Wheaton really start to establish themselves with Gio on the ground.
But the Thunder were not done yet with Giovanni Weeks. A trick play, and Weeks once again scoring for his second rushing touchdown. That tied things up at 14 apiece. And then it was Josh Taylor right backs. He can pass the ball, but he can also run. As he took this one 46 yards, tiptoeing down the sideline, did not go out of bounds. Just great athleticism from Taylor for his first rushing touchdown. But after that, it was the Wheaton Thunder in the second quarter. 2 touchdowns to end the half. First, Giovanni Weeks, another long 48-yard rushing touchdown for his third rushing touchdown. What a block there by Kornhoven. And then finally, Ben Bonga for 6 yards out, a very reliable receiver for Ben Thorson getting in for his first score. And that's how the Thunder lead 28-21. So going into the second half, Tim, what do you expect to see from both teams?
Well, I think we started to see some changes by Mount St. Joe's defense to get a little bit more aggressive, more guys in the box to stop the run, which is going to put some more pressure on Ben, but also on those DBs from Mount St. Joe's to really hold up in the passing game. I'd like to see Wheaton on defense be just a little bit more just better tackling all around. We've been a little undisciplined, the defensive line, losing contain a couple times on Josh Taylor. We've been a little lackluster tackling on the edges and in the secondary. So, just need to execute a little bit better on defense. You can't do anything any better if you're Mount St. Joe's or Wheaton offensively, right? We've got 7 touchdowns in 8 possessions. So not a lot more to say on the offense side of the ball. I would imagine both defenses are really looking to maybe switch up their coverages, try to do something, a trick play on offense. On defense, maybe you show a look that you haven't showed much this season. You can confuse a quarterback and get an interception. But need to play clean on offense, need to get a turnover on defense.
I'm pretty sure for Mount St. Joseph, who had 29 turnovers entering this ballgame, would love to get a takeaway once again. Their first takeaway came on special teams off a miscue from the Thunder, which allowed them to go up 14-0. But that's been it. I mean, the Thunder offense have pretty much been able to drive other than one drive where they had a punt. But other than that, just been touchdowns.
Yeah, Mount St. Joe's deciding to take the wind here in the third quarter. Probably want to stay in this game as long as possible. This is an important drive for the Thunder. If they can keep rolling, get that 2-score lead, that kind of hamstrings what Mount St. Joe's can do, how aggressive they need to be. All those things can snowball once you get down by 2 scores.
And Farzing sends it back to the Thunder after they deferred in the first half, and it will be Caleb Titherington on the return. And Titherington able to slip away through some tacklers, not a neutral return as he's going to be dropped inside the 20. But we will see this Thunder's offense once again take the field for their first drive to start the second half.
And you mentioned in the first half, why don't you fair catch that ball? And that one, I think he probably should have. He's catching the ball. As a kick returner, you want to be behind that ball, so when you catch it, you're coming downhill right away. He caught that moving backwards, which then gives the coverage team an extra couple steps to knock you in the dirt, which is exactly what that coverage team did.
Thunder with 120 yards in the first half. Mount St. Joseph 118. As Wheaton will start from their own 18 on first down and 10, and there will be a throw for Ben Thorson. That pass jarred and incomplete. I believe it was intended for Caleb Titherington, but you had Brady Pierce, the safety, making the play.
Yeah, we've seen this. That's now the third time, maybe 3 drives in a row where Wheaton has said, okay, we're just going to see what Mount St. Joe's comes out in on defense, and we're going to run that RPO. And 3 times, Thorson has pulled the ball and thrown that slant, and all 3 times it's been incomplete.
And for Ben Thorson, that's a really clean look right there, but not being on the same page with his receivers. So now 2nd down and 10. And this time they will go on the ground game with Giovanni Weeks, who was tripped from behind the line of scrimmage. And give credit, I believe it was Anthony Wright who got his foot.
Yeah, nice job. Just a run blitz right there. Great job hanging on. And hanging on for the rest of your teammates to finish off the play. 3rd and long. Not the start the Thunder were hoping for. This has been Seth Kortenhoven time. If I'm not, it looks here again like the defense is going to play zone. Hopefully they can get home. They've had success with 91.
Thunder 4 of 5 on 3rd down conversion so far. Here is Thorson. He's going to dial up the deep ball for Titherington, and he's got him. Caleb Titherington, 1 man to beat, still going, and he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
What a dot of a throw by Thorson right there. Dropped it right in the breadbasket.
Indeed, what a play right there. Had it from their own 18-yard line, and they're going to mark it at the 14-yard line of Mount St. Joseph.
Yeah, that's just one of those, Tampa 2 cover 2s where you get your slot guy running right down the middle and a middle linebacker's trying to run with a wide receiver, and that's a bad matchup as Titherington split both safeties, and just a perfect throw.
All the way down to the 14-yard line. Kortenhoven to the top of your screen, and it'll be Giovanni Weeks on the carry. Not that much gain, though. Once again, Mount St. Joseph staying strong with Anthony Wright making the play.
Yeah, that play had a chance, but a great job by the Mount St. Joseph defense to get Weeks down in the backfield.
Loss of 1, it was actually Brady Pierce, the safety, who gets credited for the tackle for loss. So now from the 15-yard line.
Wheaton in some heavy personnel here.
Weeks is still in the ball game. 2 receivers to the top of your screen, and once again it will be a carry for Weeks. And once again, not that much gain for Giovanni Weeks, so now brings up 3rd down.
Linebackers filling quick. That was a nice job there. Actually, that was a defensive tackle, Jack Tucker, who's getting off a block. That's 2 straight times in early downs where he's been able to get off a block and make a play.
22 tackles, 3 tackle for losses, and 1.5 sacks for Tucker. So now 3rd down and 10. Thunder had a big play to get inside the red zone. They would love to convert here. Here is Thorson looking to throw right. He's going to lob it for Ben Bonga. Pass incomplete, though, and it brings up 4th down.
Nice job by the DB. The little bit of contact there, don't think it was enough to get a penalty called, but he did just enough to move Bonga off of his route, and he couldn't quite go get that ball. So here comes the field goal unit.
Yeah, Mason Owens, the senior, in coverage, paired up against Ben Bonga, and now it will bring Mateo Jesh on for the field goal try, which will be about 31 yards. 6 of 9 on the year, as long as from 35, so this is within his range. Good snap, good hole kick on the way.
Right in.
And it is good, so the Thunder do come away with points.
Yeah, you're happy with points there. I don't think you really did a whole lot well on that drive other than, a great throw by Ben Thorson on the big shot play. I don't mind the fade throw on 3rd down either, right? It's tough to pick up a 1st down on 3rd and 10, so why not take a shot at the end zone with the field goal in your back pocket? So points on the first drive is always a good thing.
It was Caleb Titherington who made that 68-yard grab. It was his first grab of the ball game, but if you're Mount St. Joseph and you're Coach Hopperton, you have to be pleased that your defense was able to get off the field without allowing a touchdown.
First time today.
Yeah, indeed. Again, for Mount St. Joseph, 0-6 in the playoffs, looking for their first playoff win in program history for the Thunder, 17-13 in the playoffs. Coach Scott 1-2 in postseason play, of course. Fans will remember last year's playoff loss to Bethel, a heartbreaker, a promising team with Will Bowers at quarterback. But the Thunder, once again, back-to-back postseason appearances for them under Coach Scott. And I guess if you want to go all the way back to 2021, 3 straight appearances for Coach Scott. albeit this year and the last year being at-large bids, as North Central has ran away with the conference the last 2 seasons. The last time the Thunder won the CCIW was back in 2020, was actually back in 2019. And it will be Cornell Beecham on the return. And Beecham able to exploit as he get across the 35 right near the 40-yard line. A solid return there for Beecham. Good field position for Mount St. Joseph.
You know, there's obviously some wind up there because, you know, the kick coverage unit has gotten better from the beginning of the year, and definitely we've had some deep kicks, but that one only made it to about the 20. Nice return there for Beecham.
And so now we'll bring on Josh Taylor. Really solid numbers. He only completed 50% of his passes for a touchdown, but on the ground game, 6 carries, 77 yards, and 1 rushing touchdown. He's done most of his damage on the ground game. For Taylor, he said that perhaps he's going to be in contention for the Ghilardi Trophy.
Yeah.
He's going to be playing the FAF Senior Bowl on December 4th. And while he may not necessarily get NFL looks, he's possibly getting a look at the XFL as well as the USFL, so definitely can take football to the next level. You can see what he does from there. Promising career at Mount St. Joseph in his last 4 seasons under Coach Hopperton. And here is Taylor going to keep it himself on a design quarterback run, but he has nowhere to go. The Thunder defense, they were ready to bring him down. As you had Peter Johannick, I believe, one of the men there to make the play.
Yeah, nice job by Johannick to make that play.
46 tackles, 14 tackle for losses, and 7 sacks for the sophomore out of West Chicago, Illinois. A really good piece for Coach Nightingale's defense. Only ends up being a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7. Here's Taylor rifling. That pass is out of the hands, and it's going to be incomplete. It was intended for Joey Newton, and it brings up 3rd down.
You know, it's that's a tough throw right there. You know, he's a little high and wide to Newton there, but good coverage by the Thunder. They're really trying to take away with Max Wilson. He's been one-on-one all day with whoever's to his side, and now they're doing it to the top side here. They're playing zone to the field, and looks like man coverage into the boundary.
Newton 2 catches, 33 yards in the first half. It's 3rd down and 7. Taylor only rushed 3. There's a spy on him, and now he's going to try to take off. Taylor still dancing. He's still behind the line of scrimmage. Josh Taylor now out to his right. He's going to take off and run, and he's going to be short of the 1st down. So after all of that, Josh Taylor cannot get the 1st down, but it does bring up an interesting 4th down, and we'll see if they want to go for it on 4th.
I think so. I mean, I think they know this is probably the season if they punt it back here to Wheaton.
It's officially 4th down and 1. The Lions 13 of 24 on 4th down conversions, 54%.
I can't imagine they're gonna run out of shotgun here, but maybe
a quarterback draw for Josh Taylor. We've seen it before as they emptied out the backfield. Thunder do crowd the line. They bring pressure. Taylor throws, pass incomplete. Cannot get the 1st down. Cornell Beecham very frustrated. He did not come up with that catch, and it's a turnover on downs. And if I'm right, the Thunder just played cover 0 and basically forced Taylor to throw that pass.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's something that you want to do in that situation, right? You want to make them put all the pressure on them to make the play. I love that that is not out of character for CJ to bring pressure like that in 4th and short, 4th and medium, and you know, it's effective.
So a great stop there by the Thunder defense. Offense now back out on the field. Here is Thorson rolling to his right. He throws. That pass is it intercepted is the question, and I think it is. Picked off on the play by Brady Pierce, his 1st interception.
Just tried to do a little bit too much, right? That was a great job by Mount St. Joseph. He wanted to go to Juska in the flat, and he had pressure in his face, so it looks like he's trying to throw the ball away, and he just didn't get enough on it, and Nice job by the Mount St. Joe's defense to respond right away with a takeover.
For Brady Pierce, his 4th interception of the season. For Ben Thorson, his 1st turnover of the season.
Great play by Brady Pierce. He's having a great game in what they call the star position. He's kind of their jack of all trades. He's in the box, he's dropping back, he's making picks. That was a nice job.
That's only the 6th turnover for the Thunder, and entering that game against North Park last week, they had 2, and they turned the ball over 3 times. And now 2 turnovers here in this ball game, and a handoff goes. It was Mariano McKenzie on the carry. 8 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown in the first half for McKenzie, and a solid gain of about 4. So now 2nd down and 6. Lions would love to take advantage of the turnover. Here's Taylor lobbing a downfield pass. It's going to be caught into Thunder territory and take it right near the 30-yard line. It's Austin Brock coming in for his 26th catch of the season.
Well, a little lucky by the Thunder there. That probably should have been a touchdown. But Taylor underthrew it just a little bit, made his receiver have to stop.
Yeah, you're right. If you let him stride, it would have been a touchdown. Meanwhile, they continue to run, and that's Joey Newton who comes up with a catch. Right near the 25-yard line goes Newton. But as you said, that could have been a touchdown if Taylor led Austin Brock. So now brings up 2nd down and 5 after a gain of 5. Here is Taylor. Has time. Taylor dancing out to his left. Taylor is going to lob it for the end zone. The pass is out of bounds and incomplete.
So one of the things that happens here when your quarterback, so now he's got in his mind, all right, they're not pressuring me. I can just dance around here. Tends to throw the timing off on your throws here. Wheaton's doing a great job in coverage, but really, that's a throwaway. There's not much going on when you're dancing 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
So it's now 3rd down and 5 after the gain on 1st down. The incompletion on 2nd down. Mount St. Joseph 4 of 7 on 3rd down conversions in this ball game. Reich and Rowdy's on their feet trying to get a stop after their offense turned it over. Here's Taylor looking right. That pass down the sideline. I believe it's caught. There's also a flag right back where Josh Taylor was hit, and he's slow to get up. He's still on the ground. Cornell Beecham had the reception.
They're going to get Parrish for a low hit. Looks like he kind of stumbled into the quarterback. That's a phenomenal throw from opposite hash to the sideline. Great catch by Beecham, but that,
Defense. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic 1st down.
So indeed it is roughing the passer, as Tim Duffy said.
Just a great throw. Great throw and catch.
And honestly, those are some of the toughest throws a quarterback has to make, throwing from one hash to the other.
Yeah.
I mean, the stat book, it's not going to count for that much, but when you're actually throwing that ball, it's really hard to put enough zip on that.
Yeah, it's a great throw. I mean, kind of tip your cap on that one. That's what you're going to give away. You're going to give up that flat to the field in that coverage, and props to them for making the play.
So it would have been a 1st down to the 26, but because of the 15-yard roughing the passer penalty, they have 1st down and goal from the 9. Trying to tie things up with a touchdown, and it'll be a carry up the middle and in for the touchdown. Mariano McKenzie in for 6, his 2nd rushing touchdown of this ball game. So exactly how Mount St. Joseph wants to respond. They pick off Ben Thorson and they march it right back down the field, and they're 1 point away from tying the ball game. Or sorry, making it a 3-point game. As the extra point, it is good. So indeed, it is a 3-point game, 31-28. Of course, that the Thunder got the opening drive for the field goal. But off the takeaway, Mariano McKenzie scoring.
Yeah, it's tough. You finally get a stop from your defense, made a couple big plays to get off the field, turn the ball over on downs, and you just hate to give it right back to him. Credit to Mount St. Joseph's for making the play, and then following it up with a pretty methodical drive down the field, a couple big plays, mix in a personal foul penalty, and we got a game again.
And we knew Mount St. Joseph, they were 4th in the country in takeaways, and their defense came up with a big play to keep them in this ball game. Bar now they trail by 3. Ben Thorson, his first interception of the season, had no turnovers throughout the entire regular season. And his offense in general, only 5 turnovers throughout the season. They mostly had 2 leading up to the North Park game last week, where, as we said before, they turned it over 3 times. But they still have the lead here, albeit now cut down to 3. Got Seth Cornovan and Caleb Titherington back deep to receive. It's about a low kick right near the 15, and it is returnable. And getting across the 25 is Titherington, and now across the 35, there's a flag on the play. And this might be in the direction of perhaps blocking the back or a hold.
Holding, return team, number 83. 10-yard penalty, first down.
So it goes against Seth Cordenhoven of the Thunder. You can actually see him right there.
No, it's not on him.
Yeah, they maybe got the wrong number. Now the Thunder, because of the penalty, will start from their own 21-yard line. Trying to redeem themselves after turning it over. First down and 10 with weeks in the ball game. Thorson on the RPO, throws long. That pass is going to be caught. Cordenhoven, a short gain there for Seth Cordenhoven. For Cordenhoven, his 5th catch of the season, shy of 100 yards. And one of those good receivers. Formerly went to Coastal Carolina before transferring back home to Wheaton College. Was named first-year Student Athlete of the Year by the CCIW. It's a gain of 4, second down and 6. Caleb Titherington in motion, nearly under 8 minutes to go here in this 3rd quarter, and it will be a give to Weeks. And he's going to be tripped up right near the 25-yard line, and the tackle being made by Jack Turner.
Yeah, this front for Mount St. Joe's is really getting a lot more active. As you can see, Jack Turner there. Nice job, and they really are having, Wheaton's offensive line has really had a hard time blocking Brady Buller as well. I mean, he took on 2 defenders and then disrupted Weeks in the backfield before his teammates could finish him off.
Also is Anthony Wright, I believe, who's the first one to make the play, and then Buller and Owens there to help him out. So empty backfield, 3rd down and 5. Thorson throws, that pass is going to be caught, and it should be a first down to Bonga. The yards after the catch, and it will be.
It's a great job by Bonga to beat his cover guy to the inside. When you're a DB and pressure's coming, you want to do your best to take away that inside slant. That's the easiest throw for the quarterback to make, and great job by Bonga to stem him up and get inside leverage and make the play.
So now from the 35-yard line on first down and 10, they're going to set up a screen with Bonga looking for some space, and Bonga tripped up right near the 40-yard line, a short gain for him.
Been very impressed with this Mount St. Joe's defense today. And they haven't got the stops that I'm sure they wanted to, but they've been pretty dominant all year. And to continue to make plays against an offense that's got 31 points midway through the 3rd quarter, you know, they're still fighting, they're making plays, they're making it difficult on this Wheaton offense, that's for sure.
Thunder with 397 yards, 203 rushing yards so far in this ball game. Gain of 5, second down and 5. Thorson on the run pass option. The pass is going to be caught, and it's Ben Juska lowering the shoulder. You should have the first down with the yards after the grab. The tackle made by Austin Price.
Nice to see Wheaton get Juska involved in the game today. Nice to see him also make some plays, be sure-handed in the passing game. But we've seen that motion of Juska from one side of the line to the other. Oftentimes he's been tasked with sealing the edge in the run game. This time he slipped him out into the flat and there was nobody on him.
First grab for Ben Juska. We saw him on the fake punt as well as the direct snap on the final drive for the Thunder to keep the chains moving. Under 6 minutes now left to go. Moving drive for the Thunder. Another RPO, and the pass is dropped. Caleb Titherington went right through the glove mitts for him, and that should have been a catch.
Great throw by Ben Thorson. We finally get that well-thrown ball right on the slant. He's open. That could have been a big play. It definitely would have been a first down, but instead we're back at 2nd and long. There's been a lot of these 2nd and 10, 2nd and 8s for the Thunder the last quarter and a half.
And Thunder have been kind of struggling in those RPOs when Thorson wants to pass the football and they're running slants. And those passes have been open, but it's either Thorson sailing a little bit too high or, as seen right there, a drop where it should have been a catch. Weeks in the ball game, 2nd down and 10, another RPO, and this time a handoff goes to Giovanni Weeks, muscling forward. A nice gain. Oh, the ball's on the ground, and it's picked up by Mount St. Joseph. Back-to-back turnovers as it's picked up by Andrew Pierce. They did not blow the play dead, and my goodness, how about this Lions defense?
Yeah, just a nice job. I mean, Gio fighting, he's fighting, and then boom, the ball just pops out at the end.
And that's clearly a fumble. He was not down. And then Pierce was the one who picked it up. And so if you're Coach Hopperton, now the opportunity to take the lead with your defense. We said it before, the 4th best in terms of generating takeaways. That's their 3rd takeaway of this ball game.
Great job by the defense to just keep fighting at that ball, get another turnover, set their offense up in great position here. Mount St. Joseph with a chance to take control of this game.
And so it will be a give to McKenzie. Mariano McKenzie plowing into Thunder territory right near the 45.
Great job just to pick up 4 yards. We got a guy in the backfield, can't quite make the play. Nice job by McKenzie to fall forward and make it for 2nd and 5.
The tackle made by Dimitri Cannon. 2nd down and 6. With Josh Taylor operating out of the pistol. 297 yards. An RPO. Taylor, pass is deflected, and it's going to be incomplete. It was tipped at the line of scrimmage. Caden Pollard could not come up with it off the ricochet. So it's going to bring up 3rd down.
It's one of those things that you get when your quarterback throws it from that low slot. You can get a tip on the ball from the defensive line. That's 2 today. Great job by Max to make Taylor hold on to the ball an extra second and let the defense get there. 3rd down and 6 now. Mount St. Joseph 5 of 8 on 3rd down conversions. McKenzie in motion. Here is Taylor given time. Fires, and the pass is caught by Joey Newton. 1st down, the spin move, and still going all the way down inside the 30. A huge play. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, Wheaton's sitting there in zone, and it's tough if you're not getting pressure and they just need 5 yards on 3rd down. If you're going to play zone, you got to make the tackle in the secondary.
And Caleb McClung failed to stop him and allowed Joey Newton to get extra yards, and now they're all the way at the 26. And once again, dropping back to throw, throwing far side. That's going to be caught, and it's going to be a 1st down inside the 15-yard line. And that time it was Cornell Beecham Jr. with the reception.
One of the things we're seeing from this Wheat defense is it's okay to give up those 3, 4, 5-yard catches as long as when they catch the ball you tackle them. But as soon as that turns into a 10 or 15-yard play, you're backing yourselves in a corner now. Here's where Wheaton needs to be aggressive and come after Taylor a little bit.
1st down and 10 from the 11-yard line now. Here is Taylor. Once again, dancing. Taylor out to his right. He's going to take off and run, and he's going to be stopped just short of the end zone, but maybe right near the 1st down sticks.
And at this point, it just seems like the game plan that Wheaton came in with, sit in zone, bring 4 guys, contain the quarterback, hasn't worked well of late. You'd like to see them maybe switched up a little bit. If they're going to beat you, make them beat you with their best players. Bring some pressure, make it be a one-on-one game.
Caleb McClung pushed Taylor out of bounds. Lions can pick up a 1st down before scoring the touchdown, but they do empty out the backfield. Here's Taylor going to keep it himself. Josh Taylor is in for the touchdown.
A lot of icon candy there, but that's just a quarterback power. Great play call in the red zone.
And how about Mount St. Joseph back-to-back touchdowns off of back-to-back takeaways from their defense. And the Thunder offense not known for turning the ball or doing exactly what they cannot do, keeping Mount St. Joseph in this ball game, and now 1 point away from taking a 4-point lead. And for Farzing, that hits the top upright. It is no good. So it remains a 3-point game, 34-31. And we'll wonder if that will maybe bite the Lions back in the future.
Jeez.
I mean, if you thought the Thunder had extra point issues, the Lions have their own. As Farzing has only missed 6 extra points on the season. It's been pretty accurate. For Josh Taylor, 10 carries, 97 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. Passing wise, 11 of 21, a $134 and 1 touchdown. So not necessarily the most accurate quarterback, as we said before. He's only completing about 60% of his passes, but getting it done on the ground game.
You know, I didn't say it after the last turnover, but you know, Wheaton was -2, up 10, -2 in the turnovers. To give up a touchdown, they're still up 3 points. Come back and turn it over again. Mount St. Joseph puts in the end zone. They're -3 in the take-give, and they're on those 3 turnovers. They've given up 21 points. So when you give up you always have as a defense, the goal is, okay, if you give up if the other team has a turnover, the offense has a turnover, you're trying to stop them for a field goal if it's in plus territory, or you're not trying to give up points if they got to go a long way. So far, Wheaton's defense hasn't gotten any stops on these turnovers. So offense needs to take back control of this game.
And the winner of this matchup, as we said before, will take on the winner of UW-Whitewater, who's number 5 in the country, and Bethel. Right now, Whitewater up 35-7. And here comes the return. And look at this. Seth Kornoven has some space. Kornoven down the sideline. And he's going to be brought out of bounds, but into Lions territory. There's also a flag.
We got 2 flags. Looks like probably offsides on the kicking team, and then some sort of hold they're blocking the back.
They're going to have to sort. Tim Duffy is going to have to sort this one out. But what a return from Kornoven, but this may be wiped out if this one of the penalties is against the Thunder.
Looks like it's probably offsetting penalties here.
And so if it is, I would assume they would have to re-kick again. As they're still trying to decide what the call is, as we said before. And it looks like we may have the call. Or maybe not. As we said before, the Thunder and the Lions fighting for the right to play the winner of UW-Whitewater and Bethel. And when the bracket was released, I was a little bit surprised that North Central...
There are multiple fouls on the play, 1 on each team. Offsides, kicking team, holding, return team, number 87. Those penalties will offset, will re-kick.
So for the Thunder, it goes against Griffin Kropp. So they will re-kick after offsetting penalties. And as I was just saying, when the bracket was released last Sunday, I was a little bit surprised how North Central, they're the #1 ranked team in the country. They were actually not given the #1 seed by the selection committee.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous, actually.
I mean, I know the selection committee, they're supposed to not take the D3Football.com poll as well as the coaches poll into consideration. Instead, they go by their own metric, like strength of schedule, strength of record. But a little bit shocking how most, if not all, people who follow Division III football would say that North Central, the defending national champions, probably the favorites going into this postseason, was not given the #1 seed.
Well, right, and you watch them play this year, and the stats on their offense are just quite gaudy, and it's not like they're doing it against nobody. So,
of course, Luke Lanin named first-team All-CCIW. D'Angelo Hardy also first-team All-CCIW. They've just had amazing seasons, and now here's Caleb Tetherington breaking a couple of tackles, trying to cut it back to the inside, and a really nice return all the way right near the 40-yard line. So good field position for the Thunder.
Nice job by Wheaton to not get a penalty that time on the kick return, but also the kick returners, they're doing a good job trying to set this offense up in a good spot. So back-to-back solid returns. Nice for Wheaton to be out at the 40.
So now if you're Coach Scott, you're just hoping that you don't turn the ball over, or Ben Thorson threw the interception, and then Giovanni Weeks fumbling on back-to-back drives. Another RPO. That pass is going to be caught and into Mount St. Joseph territory. It's Seth Kornoven hooking up on that RPO.
Yeah, I mean, It's a bit redundant here now, right? We're seeing that same play every time, maybe differing formation here, but
Kortenhoven now over 100 yards receiving. He's the leading receiver for the Thunder. Now at the 47-yard line. Here is Thorson given time, and that pass low, and it's going to be a catch to Ben Bonga. Nice hook up there on that comeback pattern.
Yep. Nice route, good timing. You know, that timing's been a little bit off in the last few weeks, but Thorson has really been throwing a good ball today.
So it's only a gain of 8, second down and 2.
But it's nice to see him mix it up a little bit here. Mount St. Joseph's has really been coming downhill trying to stop the run all half, and it's nice to mix it up a little bit on first down.
Second down and 2, under 2:14 to go. Stack to the top of your screen. They're trying to set up a screen, and that pass is going to be caught, but he was down. And so it's actually going to be a loss of about a couple of yards.
Yeah, it's tough.
As Ben Bonga was trying to go low to make that grab, but he took a knee right there.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, that's tough in the moment to keep your knee off the ground, especially when you spend every play trying to make sure that you get your arms under the ball and make that catch. That's the most important thing. But college football, that knee goes down, the play is over.
In the NFL, if you were to do that, you could technically still get up and try to make a play out of it, but college, definitely different. So it ends up being a loss of 2, third down and 4. With nearly under 90 seconds to go, Lions up 34-31, looking for their first playoff win in program history. Give is to Weeks. Giovanni Weeks should have the first down, and he will.
Nice job by that Thunder offensive line to create enough space here. It's one of those things you love about Weeks is his ability to just fall forward, right? He's rarely stood up and going backwards. Often he's falling forward, picking up that first down.
27 carries, over 180 yards, and 3 touchdowns for Weeks. Again, you never know if this is the final game for these guys. As it is playoff football, no guarantee that you'll play next week unless you win. Kortenhoven on the orbit motion. Here is Thorson given time. Thorson fires wide open.
Oh, man.
My goodness. Caleb Titherington with the reception.
Yeah, nice catch. Wish it was a little bit more on him where he's able to run. He had a lot of daylight in front of him. But nice job by Ben to get it over that jumping linebacker. Nice play by Titherington, another first down.
His second grab of the game. Of course, his first catch went for 68 yards at the start of the third quarter, which went for a field goal. That's, in fact, the only points the Thunder have scored in the third quarter. Mount St. Joseph 14 points off of those 2 takeaways. The Thunder are going to have to run a play here. And it will be a give to Giovanni Weeks, looking for some space. Weeks right near the first down 6. He's going to be brought down short, though. And that should bring us to the end of the third quarter.
Nice job by Mount St. Joseph to string that one out. Good team speed. Really been impressed by their team speed. Probably everybody but their kicker.
And that is the end of the third.
This is the end of the third quarter.
So the Mount St. Joseph Lions leading here 34-31. Again, trying to win their first playoff game in program history, but the Thunder marching down the field looking to retake the lead if they can score a touchdown.
Man, that's one where the missed extra point really changes the way this game is played, right? So now you would have been up 4 if you're Mount St. Joseph. So if Wheaton can punch this one in and take a 4-point lead, it changes the way that Mount St. Joseph has to play. They can't kick the field goal to tie. They really got to be aggressive all the way to the end of this game. But sure seems like the last team that has the ball is going to win this game.
Yeah, given how both offenses are really good. Of course, the Mount St. Joseph defense, not known for being a shutdown defense, but really good at generating takeaways. Coach Nightingale's bunch doing a solid job containing Mount St. Joseph to only 34 points. For Josh Taylor, 11 of 21, $134, and 1 touchdown. But getting it done on the ground game with 97 rushing yards on 10 carries and 2 rushing touchdowns. And don't forget Mariano McKenzie, who has 11 carries for 89 yards and 2 touchdowns. For Ben Thorson, 18 of 27, 235 yards, a touchdown and a pick. Giovanni Weeks, 28 carries, $189, and 3 touchdowns. And your leading receiver, Seth Kortenhoven, with 6 catches, $104, still looking for his first touchdown. Start of the fourth quarter now. Lions lead by 3, and it will be a give to Giovanni Weeks on second down. And let's see if they want to give him the first down. It looks like they will.
Well, Wheaton's on pace for 600 yards of offense, which is a phenomenal day, especially in the first round of the playoffs. But they're losing because they have 3 turnovers and haven't generated any yet. So it's going to be a tight fourth quarter. Love to see Wheaton punch this one in here.
Yeah, the Thunder with 461 yards of offense. Mount St. Joseph with 347. Thunder also with 226 rushing yards, most of that coming from Giovanni Weeks. Fresh set of downs now at the Lions 12. Here is Thorson with time. He's going to throw. That pass is going to be incomplete. Oh my goodness, I think it should have been picked off.
Yeah, great job by the Mount St. Joe secondary to come off their read. You know, they're in zone.
Yeah, Anthony Wright, the linebacker, should have picked
really
it off.
Picked it, yeah. You know, that's one where Ben is so good at laying that ball in there. He had a ton of space if he just pulled that down and ran it.
A little bit of an ill-advised throw, given how even if Anthony Wright could not come up with a play, there were 2 other defenders in the area.
This is one where you got to snap the ball here. You don't want to lose the timeout with 5 seconds. Here we go. They're ready to go. Look like they might not get this play off.
2 on the play clock. They do get it off. And absolutely nowhere to go for Giovanni Weeks. Immediately brought down as you had Brady Buller. You mentioned him before. Really getting penetration on that play.
Yeah, not a great job by Juska there to get beat inside like that.
It was also Declan Brophy who made the play. He was really the one who got there. And Buller came in from behind. So now 3rd and 14. It would be about a 31-yard field goal if the Thunder can't get anything here. Are you confident if your coach got to trot the field goal unit out there to potentially tie this ball game?
I think so. I think with the wind, depends on how much you pick up here on 3rd down.
3rd down, Juska in motion. Here is Thorson looking his way, and the pass is dropped. Ben Juska, oh my goodness, would have had the first down.
Had a touchdown.
Yeah.
Great play call, well executed, great ball, wide open. Got to make that play.
Yep, it would have been a first down and probably going into the end zone. And it was a good play drawn up by Coach Scott because it got him in motion. So basically he got a free run. And so Coach Scott will bring the field goal unit out. And Mateo Jesh to try the field goal again, about a 31-yard attempt to tie the ball game at 34 apiece. Skylar Percy to hold. Kick on the way. And it is good. We are all tied up at 34 apiece here in this first round of the NCAA playoffs. And what a showing between these 2 squads. Obviously, if you're the Thunder, not exactly what you wanted. You probably wanted the touchdown after Mount St. Joseph was able to rally off 2 consecutive touchdowns of their own. But you'll be happy. You'll be happy taking 3 points and tying this ballgame up.
Yeah, I mean, you needed points, that's for sure. It's tough to score on all 4 of your first half possessions and only get 2 field goals to show in the second half. Props to Mount St. Joseph. They've been much more active, creating a lot more disruptions in the backfield, making Wheaton work really hard. They've done a great job this second half on both sides of the ball. Wheaton needs to respond here and get a stop on defense.
For Mount St. Joseph, 2nd consecutive season that they've won the Heartland Conference. Of course, last year they finished undefeated, but lost to Alma in the first round of the playoffs, 41-21. And this year they lost to Hope in the regular season, 40-35, a game that they should have honestly won if they didn't fumble it on 4th and 2 from the 8, from about inside the goal line. But because of a bad snap, that's how they lost. But they ran the table. They're on a 7-game winning streak to finish 9-1 and clinch their 2nd consecutive Heartland Conference title. Meanwhile, for the Thunder, again, entering 9-1, as we said before, losing to North Central. That's their only loss. North Central running all over their opponent in the first round. Well, the Thunder trying to avoid back-to-back playoff losses, as that one will go to the back of the end zone for a touchback. For Mount St. Joseph as well, if you include last season's stats, they're 19-2. Meanwhile, we have a fight. 2 flags on the play.
Looks like there was unsportsmanlike after the play. I'm guessing on 87 for Mount St. Joseph's.
A little bit of a tussle at the end of the play.
Head official threw the flag, so looks like everybody did. We got 3 flags.
Yeah. We'll see who this one is against. This could also be offsetting penalties you had both the Thunder and Mount St. Joseph jarring at it with each other.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Return team number 87 and number 28 of the kicking team. Those penalties will offset first down. This is both players' first unsportsmanlike conduct penalty towards ejection.
It goes against the tight end Eli LaFrange for the Lions, and then for the Thunder it goes against the kicker. Nate Toffelon also serves as the punter. Really interesting right there.
I'm not sure they've got these numbers.
I mean, yeah, I didn't see. Yeah, it's just a
I didn't see that one.
Toffelon and LaFrange. But anyways, they will start from their own 25. That kick went into the back of the end zone. Tie ball game. Here is Taylor looking to throw, and the diving catch is made. Joey Newton comes up with the reception, his 5th grab in this ball game.
Great throw and catch. Joey Newton's been a solid contributor all year. He continues to make plays today.
Senior out of Cincinnati, Ohio, again, 789 yards, 13 touchdowns entering this ball game, and now it'll be a handoff to McKenzie, who plows ahead across the 45. A couple of yards shy of the first down.
It's a nice job. They're just getting a head-on-head up front and letting McKenzie find that hole, which he's done a great job of today, and picks up another 5 yards.
So now 2nd down for Mount St. Joseph. Trying to retake the lead. Here is Taylor feeling some pressure. Taylor nowhere to go. Josh Taylor is swung down. As you had Dimitri Cannon the first to men to get there.
One thing you see here, nice job by the defense. Once they got to the depth of the quarterback, they stopped and came back underneath and forced Taylor to step up in the pocket instead of out and slip out for a first down run. So nice job there by the Thunder defense. Let's see if they can do it again. They're only rushing 3, it looks like, so we might get the Taylor circus show again.
First sack by either team in this ball game. Thunder had 20 sacks on the season. 3rd down. They will rush 3, as you said. Here is Taylor, flushed out to his left. Taylor is going to take off and run, but he's going to be well short of the first down. So it's going to bring up 4th down. And it looks like the punting unit will come out for Mount St. Joseph. The Thunder are going to get the ball right back.
Great job by Johannick there to force him out wide. It's a tough one. If I'm Wheaton here, I'm really not trying to set up the return. You don't have a problem moving the ball down the field. The big thing here is make sure they punt the ball. No fakes, no roughing the punter. This is one you just want to get the ball back.
And oh my goodness, they will call a timeout.
Timeout, Wheaton. Their first charge timeout of the half.
Coach Scott, seeing that his special teams was not ready.
That's tough. In a tie game in the 4th quarter, you hate to burn a timeout right there. But you also want to just get the ball back. So if you got to get lined up right, you got to spend that timeout.
Also, if I was not mistaken, Josh Taylor might have been still out there on 4th down.
Yeah, I think that's why they called the timeout, because they realized the quarterback was still there. Again, this is why you just, at this point in the game, just do punt safe, get the ball back. That's what we see. We got most of the Wheaton starting defense out there, all of the Wheaton starting defense out there. Now,
Josh Taylor is still out there. He's the punter. It's not Joe Clare. No deep man for the Thunder on the return.
Terrible.
And that punt is just shanked. And it'll be handled right near the 40-yard line. Not the best punt. And I'm not sure why they did not bring out Joe Clare, their normal punter, to just punt the ball. They could have also brought in Jasper Damewood to do the punting duties. Honestly, with 11:21 left to go, you bring your quarterback out there. I don't think the Thunder defense is going to get fooled. So now Ben Thorson.
That's one of those, this is a really good idea in theory, but you know, you got your punter punting into the wind, your quarterback punting into the wind. You're not fooling anybody. Don't really understand that call.
Now Ben Thorson with the opportunity to retake the lead. Their defense got to stop. Well, it might be a free play. There is a flag, and they will shut down the play. Assuming this is offsides against the defense if the Thunder did not jump.
Offsides, defense, number 55 with contact. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Goes against Camden Fuller, the sophomore out of Cincinnati, Ohio.
Love the awareness, though, by Kortenhoven to just go, right? If that play doesn't get called, he had his guy beat by about 3 steps. That might have been a touchdown down the sideline.
And I think Ben Thorson wanted to keep the play going, but instead the refs shut it down.
Said the defensive lineman made contact with the offense, so.
That makes sense. First down and 5 after the 5-yard penalty, and a handoff up the middle for Weeks, who spurts forward right near the midfield stripe. Now it's going to bring up second down and short, and if you're Coach Scott, you may think about taking a shot right here.
Not a bad idea.
Randy Wojcik coming out of the ball game. Caleb Tidrington is in. Kortenhoven to the top of your screen. Bonga also in. With the Thunder operating out of 11 personnel, 1 running back and 1 tight end. Here is Thorson rolling to his right. Low throw. That pass is almost intercepted once again. Andrew Pierce, I believe, was able to break that one up.
Yeah, it's tough. I think that's the, that's his read the whole way. Just seems like that ball's got to get there a little bit earlier. Waited too long to get that ball out to the receiver, and the DB made a nice play to break it up.
Oh, Seth Kortenhoven as the intended receiver, so it's now 3rd down and 2. Definitely in an interesting spot because I'm not sure if the Thunder would want to go for it on 4th down, because if you can't get it, you give the ball right back to Mount St. Joseph, nearly on the plus side. Be a keeper for Ben Thorson, and he's going to get the first down. Wow, what a play there by Thorson, being gutsy.
Yeah, it's nice that everybody in the stadium probably thought Giovanni Weeks is getting that football. So it's nice to throw a mix in there on that RPO and let Thorson keep it, pick up the first down. It's a good call right there.
Yeah, Ben Thorson not known for running the football. He has negative 11 yards entering this ball game, but does have 3 rushing touchdowns. They mainly ran the ball with Weeks, as well as Henry Brown. And when Christian Carsons was healthy, ran it with him. So a first down from the 46-yard line now. Weeks in motion. And Thorson has trouble with the snap. Able to escape for now, and Ben Thorson able to get a little bit there. Crisis averted for Ben Thorson, which should have been a disaster. Actually able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Huh.
And I'm not sure how Camden Fuller did not bring him down. So ends up being a gain of 1. Under 9 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. Got some subs in the game. 2nd and 9 now for the Thunder. 464 yards of offense. Once again, Thorson nearly has trouble with the snap. Fires on the middle, and the pass caught for the first down. The reception being made by Griffin Kropp.
Not sure if this is a center problem or a quarterback problem, but the snap's just a little bit off. Definitely saw something in the alignment of the defense there, because as soon as Thorson caught that ball, he knew exactly where he was going. He was going to the tight end, right over the middle, right in the hole of the defense. Nice pitch and catch. Thunder in business.
3rd grab on the season for Kropp. Of course, his first catch was a touchdown against Carthage. Here is Thorson. He wants to lob it for Ben Bonga. The pass is going to be...
Throw that flag. Oh,
incomplete.
Man.
No
great
flag.
Throw. That was a great throw by Thorson. His deep ball has been just great today.
And Ben Bonga almost the opportunity to make that grab.
I think you got to call that.
But they don't flag Mason Owens for PI. Instead, they bring up 2nd down and 10. 8:47 left to go. Tied ball game at 34 apiece.
You know, as a former corner calling for that penalty, I do feel a little bit bad. They have been consistent. These refs have done a good job today. They've been consistent, so, you know, they haven't called anything yet.
And only 6 penalties so far combined for both teams. Here is Thorson lobbing it far side. That pass is going to be incomplete, though. Intended for Seth Cordenoven, so now back-to-back incompletion brings up 3rd down.
Nice job up front by the Thunder to keep the pocket clean. Just good coverage. There's really nowhere to throw it. Needed about another half yard of width on the field, maybe a 55-yard field instead of 53, and now we got 3rd and long.
Thunder 10 of 15 on 3rd down conversion, 67%, and given how the ball's at the 32, it would be about a 49-yard field goal. I would assume this is 4-down territory for Coach Scott. Third down now. Here is Thorson. They'll shut the play down. There's a flag on the far side. Looks to be a false start.
False start. Offense. Number 18. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Goes against the tight end Ben Juska. So now it makes it 3rd and even longer. So I'm assuming for Coach Scott, again, going back to the idea that this is potentially being 4th down territory, I would assume Coach Scott would at least like to get half.
Yeah.
Make it 4th and 7, 8-ish. Because again, this is a very long field goal and it's too short of a punt.
Got single coverage to the bottom. Good throw.
Here's Thorson, and the pass is going to be caught. 1st down.
No, it's going to be 4th.
4th down, excuse me. Ben Bonga had the reception. Thought he had it for a moment. Oh, he's going to be about a yard shy of the 1st down.
Nice throw, nice timing. You'd love to be able to just spin back to the inside, but, you know, I like this, that you're going for it. You know, it's unlikely that Mount St. Joseph's going to put an 8.5-minute drive together, so you know you're going to get the ball back at least one more time if you don't pick up the 1st down here. So love the aggressive call again.
Under perfect on 4th down conversions, 3 of 3. Seth Cordenoven to the top of your screen. 4th down. Handoff up the middle. Giovanni Weeks, 1st down, a lot more. Weeks inside the 10 to keep the chains moving for Wheaton.
Man, nice to have a running back like Giovanni Weeks who you can rely on these 4th and shorts. Mount St. Joseph sent everybody. Nice job to hop through the hole and then pick up an extra 10 or 15 yards. Paid the price a bit for it on the end, but it's a great drive here for the Thunder.
How about season spin for Giovanni Weeks? Again, we said back-to-back 1,000-yard rushing seasons. Now over 200 yards, 211, along with his 3 rushing touchdowns. Another give to Weeks. Scorched by, and it looks like he's going to be in for the touchdown. His 4th rushing touchdown of the ball game. Now his 4th game with at least 4 rushing touchdowns in his career. And now Mateo Jesh on for the extra point, trying to make it a 7-point ball game.
There we go.
And the kick is good. 41-34, Thunder lead with 7:59 left to go. And it's Giovanni Weeks with his 4th rushing touchdown. Great blocking there by that offensive line. They were spearheaded by the All-American and Trevor Gabriel. Of course, Paul Fay, Elijah Nitz, and Aiden Kingsbury and Nick Beer are also making some contributions.
You know, another positive out of that drive is that it gives your defense, which feels like they've been on the field a lot this second half, a chance to recoup, maybe draw up a couple new solutions here to the problem. And I can't imagine Mount St. Joseph's punting the ball anymore. So you're going to have to make a couple plays in the backfield, tackle for loss, something to get this team behind the sticks, because they got 4 downs to go the whole way.
Yeah, with 7:59 left to go, this might be the final drive for Mount St. Joseph. By the way, Wisconsin Whitewater took care of Bethel 42-14. So the winner of this matchup will be traveling up to Wisconsin to take on the 5th-ranked UW Whitewater Question is, will it be the Thunder or will it be Mount St. Joseph?
It's going to be the Thunder.
Ithaca, by the way, took care of Springfield 21-7. They'll be moving on to the second round. And that kick is in the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So now we'll see Josh Taylor once again. John Hopkins taking care of Western Connecticut 62-20. They'll be taking on Union, one of those 4 at-large bids who defeated 25th ranked Delaware Valley 24-16. So John Hopkins against Union in the second round. Mount Union taking care of Alfred State 56-14. They'll be playing Alma, who won 32-17. Grove City defeating subsequent 21-20. They'll be playing Cortland, who won 23-17. And now they'll start on the ground game. McKenzie, not that much there. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the Thunder defense. You know, this has been kind of the way Mount St. Joseph has been going. They've been trying to run it earlier out of a little gun run, trying to get 3 or 4 yards to keep it manageable for second and third down. Nice stop from Wheaton there.
Mount St. Joseph 368 yards. Second down. Here is Taylor firing back shoulder, incomplete. Intended for Caden Pollard. It's third down now.
Yeah, this is what Wheaton has gone to here. I mean, there's a hold right there by the right tackle. This is what Wheaton's gone to here. They're manning up with their corners. I think they feel pretty good about their ability to match up with the wide receivers. At least they're starting to feel that way, so they're going man coverage on the outside, which allows them to spy the quarterback and maybe bring a couple extra guys. But they got to get an incompletion here.
Lions 6 of 10 on third down conversions. Crowd on their feet trying to get a stop, but likely 4-down territory for the Lions. Taylor, 3-man rush. Taylor trying to buy some time. He fires, pass caught all the way up at the 45-yard line, and still going to near midfield is Joey Newton. Comes up with a huge catch to keep the chains moving.
Great throw. I mean, he's sitting back there. He has all day. Joey Newton comes from the other side of the field. He is moving at full speed. And Taylor just rips one right in there. That's a great throw and catch. Almost got there in time on the safety, but just couldn't quite pop the ball out.
14-yard gain on third down. Here's Taylor once again back to throw, and that pass is going to be caught and slipping 3, and it's going to be a first down. Once again, another play, but there's also a flag.
It's a face mask.
Joey Newton with his catch, back-to-back catches.
So here, again, if you're going to play zone, that's fine. You can't miss a tackle.
Face mask, 34 defense, 15 yards from the end of the run, first down.
We'll go against the junior Johnny Eller out of Knoxville, Tennessee, who leads the Thunder in tackles entering this ball game. So tied with Caleb McClung in this ball game with 6 total tackles. Now that all of a sudden moves the ball at the 22-yard line because of that face mask.
Might score too quickly here.
And they scored too quickly here. They could get the ball right back to the Thunder, and they could just bleed the clock out and try to score themselves. Here's Taylor taking off, and Josh Taylor looks like he's going to be, might have gotten the first down, maybe a couple of yards shy. Yeah, it's going to be second down. So gain of 7 under 6:30 left to go now. Again, the winner, the right to play, Wisconsin Whitewater. Here is Taylor. Pass is deflected at the line. The pass is intercepted. Taken away by the Thunder defense.
Oh, man, what a play.
It's Grant Hayworth, the freshman out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, coming up with probably his biggest play in his career. What a play made by the Thunder defense. Tip ball drill as it was deflected at the line.
Nice job to get your hands up. Let's see who got that there. That's his third of the day. For Lita.
Yep, Jalen Ferlita tipped the ball up in the air. And then his teammate Hayworth, the freshman, comes up with the pick. And the Thunder come up with a massive takeaway. Their first of this ball game. I mean, they're not winning the turnover battle, but they do lead it by 7. Here's Thorson. He's going to lob it down the sideline. That pass is going to be incomplete. It was intended for Seth Kortenhoven. Coverage there.
I don't hate that call.
Andrew
I mean,
Pierce.
that's the guy. If you got 1-on-1, you don't mind that throw. You just got to lead him a little bit longer. 2nd and 10.
And actually almost had a chance of being picked off by Pierce, but he dropped it. Actually, give credit to Kortenhoven, or at least making a play on it. So now 2nd down and 10. Clock does stop with 5:54. Lions have all 3 of their timeouts. Thunder with 2. 4 on the play clock. And it'll be a give right up the middle. Giovanni Weeks, look at this nice big run. Weeks has a first down and a lot more. 219 yards. Add a couple more to that. And another first down for Wheaton.
Yeah, that one is tough for the Mount St. Joseph defense because you had him 2nd and long, and to give up just right up the middle, a 13-yard run for a first down, that's tough.
So it's now 1st down and 10 from the 27. I bet if you're Coach Scott, you just run the football here and keep this clock running. And they will do exactly that. Giovanni Weeks right near the 30-yard line. Again, Mount St. Joseph not necessarily obligated to use those timeouts yet, but going to have to start thinking about them.
Yeah, I think you could probably get at least one more first down before you start thinking about taking those timeouts. I still think if you're Wheaton, you'd be aggressive. You want to pick up a couple first downs here.
For Weeks, his career high in rushing yards in a game is 268 against Augustana on September 24th, 2022. 2nd down and 7. They'll stay on the ground game, and another first down and still going. Look at this, right near midfield. Continue to plow it with Weeks, who took off his helmet. Rather, somebody took off his helmet as he was going down.
He's got to come off for a play. That's all right.
30 must have made out of the game for one play due to his helmet coming off. Through play. First down.
Just bulldozing through players, and it looks like it was Nate Owens, the linebacker, who ripped his helmet off. So now from the 48-yard line, this time a carry, but nowhere to go. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage was Trent Gabriel. And for Weeks, officially 254 yards on 36 carries, so he's 14 yards shy of breaking his career high in rushing yards in a game. It's a loss of 1, 2nd down and 11 now. Gabriel still in the ball game for the Thunder. They'll look to throw. Here is Thorson. He's going to dial up the deep ball. Kortenhoven incomplete. That will stop the clock with 3:32 left to go, and it's now 3rd and 11.
It's interesting, you know, you've had Wheaton that's been pretty conservative in the passing game all the way up until the 4th quarter here. They've taken a bunch of shots down the field, just haven't quite been able to connect. Love the aggressive play calls, but it'd be nice to make for them to pay off here. So I'm not sure what you call here on 3rd and 11. You'd love to keep the clock moving with 3.5 to go, but you know, with the way that Mount St. Joseph's have moved the ball, I don't think 3.5 minutes is, that doesn't bother them too much. So probably are going to throw it here, try to pick up that first down.
Weeks is back in the ball game. Thomas Grupner is also in the ball game. 3rd down and 11. They will look to throw. Here is Thorson firing high pass. It's picked.
No.
Or is it no? Incomplete. Mason Owens should have had the interception, but as he was coming down to the ground, drops it.
You know, I think that's just a case of Thorson going for a little bit too much. He had the ball in the flat, probably isn't enough for a first down, but maybe you make the catch, make a guy miss, and you pick it up. But he went to pick up the first down and just airmailed the throw a little bit. And I don't mind him throwing it to Korthoven either, but dodged a bullet a little bit on that one.
So now 4th down, 11. Toffalon to send it away for the Thunder. And that will go into the end zone for a touchback. So now Josh Taylor has an opportunity to lead a game time or potentially a game-winning drive with 3:17 left to go. Still plenty of time because of the Thunder throwing the ball their last couple of plays on their drive. And still with all 3 of their timeouts. So if you're Mount St. Joseph and if you're Coach Opperton, no need to panic. For Josh Taylor, 14 of 26. 187 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Of course, that interception came off the deflection from Ferlita. Landed into the hands of Grant Hayworth. 1st down and 10 with 3:17 left to go. Winner will take on UW-Whitewater next week. And a handoff right up the middle goes Mariano McKenzie. And it looks like McKenzie has the first down.
It's tough. They just washed down the defensive end. Oh, man, another run.
And indeed another run. It was Jalen Ferlita who made the tackle. And McKenzie once again taking the carry. As Mount St. Joseph playing with a little bit of urgency. Under 3 minutes now left to go. That last play, a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7 now. Under 2:50 left to go. Mount St. Joseph, 413 yards of offense. McKenzie in motion. Here is Taylor being flushed out and chased to his right, and he's going to wisely chuck it out of bounds and throw it away.
Much better job by the Wheaton defense there to make him throw it out of bounds instead of, we got some chirping going between Thunder and Mount St. Joseph's here. Isaac Parrish and Josh Taylor.
So it's now 3rd down and 7. Mount St. Joseph really good on 3rd down so far. 7 of 11, but they need it right here.
Man, that's a heck of a stat. 7 out of 11 on 3rd down. If there's ever time for a stop, here it is.
Thunder 10 of 17 on 3rd down conversions. Thunder defense 13th best in getting stops on 3rd down. They'll bring pressure. Taylor dancing. Taylor just going to put it up for grabs. The pass is incomplete. Joey Newton, the intended receiver, and with 2:22 left to go. Now an interesting decision for Coach Opperton.
Yeah, you're going for it here, because if you don't get it, I mean, you still got your 3 timeouts, so you're hoping you can stop Wheaton without picking up a first down, and I just can't.
Timeout, Mount St. Joe.
Yeah, there you go.
Out of the half.
So they're going.
With 2:22 left to go, this is going to be a crucial play right here for both teams. This may decide who will move on to the next round. Of course, Mount St. Joseph has to get the first down, actually score. For Wheaton, a lot easier. They get the stop here, likely will win it.
Yeah, so we've seen on 4th and short earlier in the half, Wheaton brought the house, cover 0, got the incompletion. There on 3rd and 7, they bring a ton of pressure. Quarterback has to throw the ball just up for grabs. It ends up going out of bounds. If you're Mount St. Joseph, I think you're planning that Wheaton's going to bring a ton of pressure here. And I think that's what Wheaton should do. They've really not been, Wheaton has not been able to sit back and get stops. I think when they're the aggressor, they're a better team.
And if you are Josh Taylor, and if you believe that Coach Nightendale is going to bring pressure, you would want to run some sort of hot route to where the receiver can run a slant route so that you can get a quick pass.
Yeah, I'm looking, if I'm Wheaton, I'm trying to take away Joey Newton. I'm trying to make them throw something deep down the sideline that's a low percentage throw. If they make the play, they make the play. But I think you're trying to take away these inside slants. I don't think they're going to have enough time to run some drags. They're probably in a see, they're in a bunch formation down here to the field, which makes it hard to play man-to-man coverage. Oftentimes you check out of it into zone because you can't cover your guy on these rub routes.
4th down and 7.
Here it comes on a slant.
Here
He's
comes
open.
Pressure. Taylor steps up. Taylor is going to go down. Turnover on downs. The Thunder defense come up with a stop. They swarm Taylor, nowhere to escape. The pressure just too strong.
Nice job by the Thunder defense. Been railing on them a little bit today, but on the biggest play of the game, they come through. So now we need 1 first down here, Aiden. 1 first down.
Johnny Eller and Isaac Parrish combining in for the sack. As you said, 2:16 left to go. Mount St. Joseph with still 2 timeouts, and it's going to be a handoff up the middle. And I'm assuming that the Lions are going to use the timeout. It was Weeks on the carry.
Timeout, Mount St. Joseph, their second charge timeout of the half.
So now 2:11 left to go. So nice pickup there by Weeks. Looks like he got half of what he needed. Actually got 4 yards, so now put him at 258 rushing yards. And his career high is 268 against Augustana last season. But I'm assuming if you're Coach Scott, you want to keep this on the ground game and continue to chew the clock and make the Lions use their timeouts.
Yes. Well, and I can't imagine bringing all of the bad things that can happen in the kicking game if you don't pick it up on 4th down. So, I mean, if I'm Jesse, I'm running it 3 more times with Giovanni Weeks and say, stop us or this game's over.
So you're saying that this is 4 down territory regardless?
I mean, I don't think Wheaton's going to bring out a kicker to kick a 42-yard field goal if it's 4th and 1.
So it's now 2nd down and 6. Weeks is in the ball game. Out of the shotgun. Juska in motion. Still plenty of time on the play clock. And Thorson going to hand it off right up the middle. It'll be Weeks. And this is going to be awfully close. What will they rule it? It looks like he's going to be about...
Timeout, Mount St. Joseph, their final timeout of the half.
He's right near the first down sticks.
Yeah, he is. This is where 4 quarters of this offensive line just wearing on you makes it tough. I mean, this is, you know what's happening. You know they're going to run the ball with Giovanni Weeks, and they're probably going to keep coming right downhill at you, and they got to make a stop. And 2 runs has been about 9.5 yards for the Thunder. So 1 more run here should seal it.
Mount St. Joseph out of timeout, so if the Thunder can get a first down, this game is essentially over after a couple of kneel downs. And I mean, on 3rd down and literally inches, I'm assuming you run it, but I mean, this would be a perfect opportunity to do that tush push that the Philadelphia Eagles love to do with Jalen Hurts.
You know, a little surprised that they haven't gone back to that quarterback run option. I'm not thinking they're going to do it here, but
they will go heavy. Thorson is in the ball game. Operating out of the I formation with Juska as the fullback. It'll be a quarterback sneak.
I got it.
And it should be a first down.
All right, so this is one where you don't snap the ball until there's 1 second left on the play clock.
And it will be a first down. And the Thunder, barring absolute disaster, under 2 minutes away from moving on and defeating the Lions and taking on UW-Whitewater in the 2nd round. And now the favorite formation that everyone loves. I know some issues going on, but Thorson does take the knee, and the Thunder fans can feel it here at McCauley Stadium. Mount St. Joseph out of timeouts. They cannot stop the clock. Thunder need Anila 2 more times to move on. And how about this Thunder's crew? When they needed to get a stop, they got the stop. The takeaway in the red zone. Of course, that 4th down stop. Under 5 minutes left to go, forcing the turnover on downs. Even though they did not win the turnover battle, the offense turning it over 3 times.
Yeah, look, it only gets tougher from here, right? You're playing probably the 3rd best team in the country next week in their place, which is a really hard place to play. It's going to take everything. It's going to take their perfect game. I don't think they played their perfect game today, but you can't turn it over 3 times. You can't give up quarterback runs and down the sidelines for touchdown. But Hey, a win is a win. It's nice to see them get it to the round of 16. It's a good football team for Wheaton. Very good offense. They'll have a chance if they play their best game next week.
So the Wheaton Thunder eliminate the Mount St. Joseph Lions 41-34. Rather high scoring affair. And for the Lions, another good season under Coach Hopperton, but it ends in a playoff loss as they are now 0-7 in postseason play. Well, they really put on a good fight and scared the Thunder as they challenged the 10th ranked team in the country. But meanwhile, for the Thunder, going to move on to the second round. They will be playing against UW Whitewater, another at-large bid.
Yeah.
We played at their place.
You know, this is a fun week for the players. You get that first round win. Campus starts to empty out a little bit. I know you get to go home this week, but a lot of these players are all going to stay here. It's fun to kind of have the campus to yourself, weight room to yourself, dining hall to yourself. I remember as a kid who came in from out of state being able to go over to a friend's house for Thanksgiving dinner. You know, it's a lot of memories this week of practice. So, and then for program building, you know, this is Jesse's program now. This is not Coach Swider's program so much anymore. These are kids that he's recruited. These extra weeks in the playoffs, that's an opportunity to get those younger guys some extra reps, and it's an opportunity I'm sure they're really thankful for.
Ben Thorson finishes the game 20 of 37, 262 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Giovanni Weeks, 263 yards on 38 carries. Did have that fumble there before rushing touchdowns. A massive performance for him on the ground game as the Thunder end up with 564 total yards, 302 rushing yards. My goodness. And Seth Cordova, 104 yards on 6 catches. Was Bonga the only receiver who had a touchdown, and for Josh Taylor, might be his final collegiate game, but the future is bright for this kid. 14 of 28, a buck 87 and a touchdown, but really getting it done on the ground game as the Lions had 2 runners over 100 yards. McKenzie, who had 109 yards, and Josh Taylor, who had 103 yards. Both of those guys scoring 2 rushing touchdowns apiece.
Yeah, I mean, you look at this box score, and if you didn't see the fumbles lost and the interception, and you look at the rest of this box score, you think Wheaton probably wins by 2 or 3 scores. But you know, you have 564 yards of offense. You're 4 of 4 on 4th down. You have 38 minutes of possession. You know, you dominated on offense. You know, you gave up 426 yards. That's a lot for a Wheaton defense against a good offense. But you know, great job by Wheaton. Really strong opponent, Mount St. Joseph's. Thankful for the win today.
And after all of us here on the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network, it's been a pleasure to call Wheaton football here. Alongside Tim March, I'm Aiden Kong saying so long from Wheaton, Illinois.
For the love of the game. That's what it's all about, they say. But for those of us who are Division III student athletes, it's more than that, a lot more.
Sure, the game is important, but as we work so hard to build both mind and body, it's more about team and the schools and communities we represent.
And for the many of us blessed with the strength to compete in sport at the college level, we understand that with what we were given comes a special obligation.
An obligation not merely to work towards a personal best in the classroom or in the sport we love, but rather an obligation to help those who have their own special needs and whose love for the game is no less intense.
That is why NCAA Division III teamed up with Special Olympics. For Special Olympics athletes, Victory belongs not only to those who first cross the line, but to all of those who compete and endure.
They are challenged in ways we cannot imagine. They are survivors who test themselves harder and with greater joy than we will ever know.
Since August of 2011, we and others from Division III campus communities have volunteered more than 250,000 hours, time away from the classroom and practice field, reaching across the country to coach and mentor Special Olympics athletes.
And to learn, as we all do, that in giving we receive so much more in return.
Sport ennobles us, and in giving the gift of sport to those for whom it seemed an impossible dream, we are working to make this a better world.
Help us keep that dream alive.
Be part of it.
Get involved.
You can make a difference.